Welcome to Spin Justice with me, Hayley Owens, the podcast where I'll be talking about anything from health and fitness to the injustices of the world and everything in between. I've worked within the criminal justice system for over 20 years and have more recently taken to teaching indoor cycling, otherwise known as spin. Each week I'll be talking to a different guest about a topic that's personal to them, whether it be to raise awareness or just because. Most episodes will contain strong language because of who I am as a person, so if that's not for you, then probably best to swerve. Any opinions expressed by me are my own. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What can I call you? Can I call you Theo?
Theo, yeah. That's what everyone calls me. The only people that call me Anthony, my mum, Louise when she's pissed off, or like old school friends.
Yeah, that know you as
that
Anthony.
Knew me as Anthony like way back, but everyone else I'm Theo or Fat Theo.
Okay, so I didn't want to say that and be offensive, but
No,
you obviously you call yourself that.
I'm Fat Theo, man. It's cool. I remember I was 21 stone when I got the name Fat Theo.
Okay.
I'm 15 something now.
Okay.
So I own that Fat Theo now. That's me.
Right.
I'm not giving that up.
Yeah, okay, that's good then. We've cleared that up, so I can call you Theo.
Call me Fat Theo. It's cool.
We've got loads to talk about. We've been sat here chatting.
Yeah, we've done the podcast twice in the pre-talks.
We've been chatting. My tea's nearly empty. We thought, you know what? Let's just press record. We'll capture all this.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. Hope we haven't rinsed it all out early on.
Yeah, we've still got loads. So, welcome, and I want to just go a little bit back. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I want to know a little bit about your background because that's something that we haven't talked about. Yeah. So I know you're 45, so you're a little bit older than me, so I'm just wondering where you grew up.
Cool.
What areas you grew up in and where you went to school.
Buckle up. Yeah, so, 45, like you said. I originally from Quinton.
Okay.
When I was very little, baby styles. That's where my dad was from, but then my mum and dad, so we ended up in Wheelie Castle. When I was quite young, sort of primary school age. And I grew up in Wheelie Castle, yeah. So my whole life stayed there right through. Yeah. I'm just from a normal count to the state family, proper working class. 3 siblings, just normal. Just I am just like bog standard.
I love a working class family. That's what I'm all about.
So that was me, That's the background in that respect. Just grew up normal. I went to school. I was a pretty good kid at school as well.
What school did you go to?
I went to a few schools. No, but Bartley Green was my main school.
Okay.
Yeah. Bartley Green was the one I did my through and into my GCSEs and all that.
Yeah.
So, Adams Hill.
Yeah. So I went to Shenley, as you know.
Yeah.
With your wife.
With my wife, yeah.
So we weren't. And this is only good. People who went to Shenley are going to get this, and no one else is going to get it. But back then, and I don't know whether it's still the same now, the year was split.
2 halves.
So I was in C to P.
Are you in the other half?
Louise was in S to Y.
Oh, so you weren't really close.
So she's on the opposite side of the year to me. But obviously,
you hated each other, didn't you?
No, not all.
I'm joking.
But so you're not really in the same circles, are you? But you know each other. You know each other from school. So obviously, I know that you're married to Louise.
Yeah. Well, she never really had a circle. She still hasn't now.
No.
She's very particular about having friends.
Yeah.
She has 1 or 2. Like, she's very, very particular. I'm lucky she speaks to me. I'm not even joking.
That's not a bad thing, though.
No, it's good. There's none of that girly drama that other people seem to have with the missus and that.
Yeah.
And like, people in relationships where their partner's friends, both men and women, get involved in the relationships and that. We don't have any of that crap, so I'm quite lucky.
That's good.
Yeah.
So obviously, I know that you're married to Louise and you've got 2 beautiful girls.
Yeah.
And the one thing I said to you earlier, what I like, I've obviously been following your socials. I like the way you talk about them. I like the way, as a husband and a dad, you talk about your family. I often find, and this might offend some people, I don't care, men that don't talk about their other halves or the kids are just a bit sus to me.
Trust me, listen to this, right? I'm very open. I haven't always been a good guy, like good husband, but I am, like, my wife and kids are my everything. So people always say to me, some of my pals, oh God, Theo's talking about Louise and the kids again, like, you know. So I'm always talking about them. That is like Fat Theo page is basically the family Theo. It's about our whole lives and stuff.
Yeah.
But and people kind of invested in it. Maya's more popular than I am, my youngest daughter. So yeah, it is everything to me. And I always say, these guys I see people on Facebook who pretend they're single.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just a picture of them in the gym or them out with the mates. There's no pictures of the wife or kids. The worst ones are the ones who don't have social media. Oh, it causes too much trouble. Does if you're shagging someone else, mate. Yeah, you're fat.
So, like, do you know what? It was just there's an episode that's just come out because like, we're recording weeks behind now, but it made me think because the Sean Miller episode's just come out, and I'd listened to a little bit of it back, and he mentioned Sean did about women having like hundreds of blokes in the DMs. I tell you now, I have not got hundreds of blokes in my DMs. I haven't. But it did make...
a bencher.
I ain't. But I want to tell you something. I went on holiday earlier in the year. I went on holiday on my own. I went to Ibiza on my own.
Really?
And I put yeah, it's fucking brilliant. But I put a few stories up. And obviously, you know, I might be on the beach. I might have a bikini on or whatever. I'll put whatever I want on. Post-wise, you know,
yeah,
stories.
Of course.
And a couple of them started creeping in to the DMs. At which point, I was only away for 5 days. And about 2 days in, I had to put a story on. And the background music was TLC No Scrubs. And I basically said, if you're one of the blokes in my DMs, put your sound on. And it's the bit when it goes, no, I don't want your number.
Yeah,
I don't want to give you mine.
yeah.
Fuck off, basically.
There is full-on predators out there, man.
Oh, I sound like it fucking stopped it. I tell you now,
That's
they
good.
did. I had a couple of apologies because I'll tell you now, fucking 80% of them were in relationships, and I thought, don't fucking start because, like you,
Screenshot them, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not about that. I put it out there. I says, fuck off. I'm not interested. But I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to name and shame anyone because that stopped it.
Yeah. If it didn't stop it, then you have to.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked in your message request folder?
Yeah, but like
there's some weirdos in there.
Spam,
really? Yeah, a lot of it's spam, but you get some proper weirdos, man. I get a lot of men in my message request folder. Loads of men. They're looking for comedy gigs, but it's not the same. But I've seen a post before, like women should check their message request folder. There'll be a lot of sad little men in there trying to talk to them. So I thought, I'll check mine for a laugh. And there was a lot of sad little men in there, but they were comedians trying to get gigs.
Fair enough.
Definitely no women in there. But it's mad. I was talking to my wife about this. I think my wife's stunning.
She is.
I think every man should think their wife's stunning, though. But I think she's stunningly beautiful. And she said to me, I was like, bet you've had, like, do you ever get... She's like, never.
Yeah.
And she goes... I'm not as attractive. You just see me as attractive. She thinks she's the ugliest person in the world, my wife.
I think she's beautiful.
She's beautiful, but in her head, she's got
But also,
this...
don't forget, people probably see... People ain't going to try it if they know... Surely, if they know she's married to you.
Yeah, that's what I think. But she's like, but no, I said that's what I think. But what I said to her was, it's because you look a moody fucker. They're scared.
Oh yeah, and do you know what? I don't. Maybe I do come across a bit boss bitch. I'd like to say, but like
bossy bitch.
Yeah, do you know? Just like I don't stand no
independent
shit.
Woman.
But I'm never going to find anyone being like this. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm going to be like, get out of fucking DMs.
You find people, though, sort of, and you're not looking, I think.
Yeah.
See, I met Louise. The night I met Louise.
Yes, I really want to talk about this.
I did. Yeah, so the night I met Louise, I'd just come out of a sort of situationship.
Yeah.
Wasn't really in a relationship. I was just sort of cohabiting with someone. And I'd split up away from them, then to my own, living at my mum's, and I was in the pub. I was at a pub, and my mum was behind the bar at the pub because it was my parents' pub. And this idiot was at the bar drunk, and he's like, "I want to serve." Mum said, "Oh, you've had too much, mate." He's like, "You slag." So I've just walked in as he said it. So I'm throwing him out the door, threw him on the floor. I'm hitting him, and Louise walked in.
Okay.
I never met her before with my cousin's wife, as it happens. So I'm like, "Oh." I went over to apologise for that, and I said, "Can I buy you a drink?" and that. And then I said to my cousin, "Who's that with your missus?" And he's like, "Don't even bother."
Oh, why?
Loads of people have tried. She's not interested. She's just come out of a relationship herself. She's not like that sort of girl. I thought, fair enough. Actually, cool. We had a game of pool and we were chatting a lot. There was chemistry, man. But I am punching massively on physical appearance. You know, I'm not stupid.
But it's not all about that.
No, I make up for it with I've got a massive personality.
It is not all about the looks.
I make up for it with banter and humour and personality. So we're chatting and we're getting on, we're having a laugh and everything. And we just sort of, she'd often she'd pop back in the pub on quite a bit then. So I thought maybe she'd just come in on her own and have a chat with me and stuff. And we just got on really well. We'd have a game of pool, we'd have a laugh. And we'd become mates initially when we met. So then we become mates. And for like 3 or 4 months, We were just mates. We both come out of a long relationship. Like 8 years, I was in that situationship. She was in a relationship for 7 years.
Right.
We'd literally both been split up weeks when we met. And so we never jumped into anything. We just mates. We'd go out for a drink, food. We'd go to bloody markets together and stuff, but nothing happened. I'm a bit of a pussy when it comes to, like, I didn't try it on or anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was just happy with the mate, but I struggle with rejection.
Right.
So I didn't try it on.
You didn't want to try it just in case?
Nah, just in case it ruined everything else. I didn't want to be the guy who goes, oh, do you want to do this? Because you'd ruin a really good friendship that I'd built.
Yeah.
So for ages. And then one night we went out with my best mate, Dan. We went out for a drink in the old, what was the Varsity in Harborne.
I remember it well.
That's where we went out for we went out for a drink. We got on the Sambuca.
Yeah.
Then we went back to my pal Dan's house and we're having a drink in there after. And he's like, when you two going to just stop pissing around and that? And I don't know how it happened. I was like, I just asked her, like, because I was drunk and I had some courage, like,
yeah.
And we ended up kissing. And that was and then it was just sort of, this was in like November. So we never really officially got together then. We just stepped another step further, like, but we hadn't officially done it.
Yeah.
And we'd gone through Christmas and that. And then on Valentine's Day the next year,
like it.
I got her a girlfriend Valentine's card.
Oh, I like that.
And that's how I sort of asked her out.
Yeah.
I set inside it. The front of this card says girlfriend, and that's how I'd like it to be every day.
Oh.
And
what year was that in?
2008.
Okay.
So yeah, and then she said, "You soppy prick," or something like that. Yeah, go on then. Something along those lines, because she's not the most like, she's really an emotional person, which doesn't express it really well. Like,
yeah, we were talking about this earlier, weren't we?
Yeah.
About like flirting and like
she's not good at the flirting side of things. So yeah, we just got that, and then we were a couple, and it was like she was the thing I needed in life because I was going rapidly downhill in life. She was my saviour.
Yeah.
So that's why, and I didn't give her for the first few years of our relationship all she deserved as me. I didn't give enough to it.
Okay.
So every day now I try and be a bit extra in how much I give.
You're making up for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
isn't it?
but like, it's mad you don't realise when you're in the midst of something how important that thing is, how special a person is.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
I had the most amazing woman in the world, the most amazing woman, so beautiful. We had a beautiful daughter at this point. This was a few years on. We had a daughter. We were getting married, and I was still out partying every weekend and stuff.
Yeah.
And not showing her the respect. All the money I wasted on the session, the party, and bottles of champagne, surrounded by idiots, and I could have been experiencing life with my hero, my partner. But you don't do it. You're an idiot. That's
but you're doing it now.
Well, we're trying now. I ain't got the money I used to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's kids for you, ain't it?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So I want to like move on a little bit now. So you
Guide
with
me.
Louise, yeah, I'll guide you. You're with Louise, you've got your eldest daughter at this point now. I don't know at what point you got your injury.
Okay.
But I want to come on to that. So you talk us through what year that was and where you were in your life at the time.
Cool. And this sort of introduced the second daughter as well.
Okay,
so
good.
yeah, I've done quite well for myself in regards to like financially and stuff. So I was partying hard, ridiculously. I'd hit 21 stone for the amount I was consuming in alcohol and food.
Okay.
And just out all the time. We were doing loads of stuff there. We still, like, obviously I was a knob, but we were still doing great couple stuff. We'd just been to Australia and Bali with our daughter and visited my best mate who lived over there in Australia, and we'd been to Bali. We had a wonderful family trip. We got back from that family trip, and I was out with some friends, meeting some old mates, and I was doing shots.
Okay.
Because I'm a moron.
No, we all do it.
And I went to the toilet to heave because I felt sick, and the process of the heaving burst a blood vessel in my brain.
Okay.
Which is a brain hemorrhage. So I had a hemorrhagic stroke.
Okay.
But I wasn't totally out of it initially. So I got in an Uber or a taxi or something, and I went to the sort of place that was in my mind to go to, which was my mum's.
Right.
Which was in back of Broad Street. She had a club there. So I went there, but they'd left about a month before, but my brain was jiggled up. So I went there and it was all shut down.
Okay.
So I'm just walking the streets And the week before, I'd stayed in the Hyatt Hotel.
Yeah.
And I went in there and booked in and stayed there.
Okay.
I booked a £400 room.
Oh my God! Like, because you weren't in your right mind.
I didn't know where it was. That's what I booked. And I booked it again. I went in there, stayed in there, went into the room. And then hours later, I come out the room with no shoes and socks on. I was walking up and down the corridors. I didn't know where I was. And I walked out onto Broad Street. I'm walking up Broad Street now. I'm having a brain hemorrhage. I'm having a stroke.
Still no shoes and socks on?
No shoes and socks
You're
on.
just walking up and down?
Yeah, so I'm walking up. I lie on a car.
Oh my God.
The geezer comes out, starts ragging me around because I'm on his car. I can't defend myself. I can't even speak.
Yeah.
Police pull over. Say, what's going on here? This guy's like, this dickhead's lying on my car and everything. They're like, what's your name? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't know your name? And I'm like, I'm just spaced out because I'm having a brain hemorrhage. I don't know what year it is. I don't know who I am, where I am. The world's spinning. And I can't articulate to the police anything because my speech is gone. So they think I'm on some heavy drugs.
Of course they do.
Understandably, because...
Yeah, you're on Broad Street.
You imagine the people they see on a daily basis.
Yes.
So I don't condemn the police in any way for this, but they just arrest... But my phone rang right, and it said wifey.
Yeah.
So they answered it,
right.
and it was Louise. And they said, we've got this guy here. He's off his face on some sort of drugs. She's like, he wouldn't take drugs. He must have been spiked.
Yeah.
I'm coming to meet you to the police station. So she come, and she would not move until they let her get an ambulance.
So she knew?
Yeah. And she was like, nah. He's not been taking drugs, trust me. Anyway, so got me to hospital. I had a brain hemorrhage and a stroke. Took me to Redditch Hospital initially, because it's where I live. Then they blue lighted me over to Coventry, because there was a surgeon there. There's only like one surgeon around at the time who could do the operation I needed. He was from Nigeria or something.
And he
happened to be in Coventry at that time. Just the stars aligned for me because I'd be dead. They got to Coventry, and this is just Louise now. She hasn't told anybody this is happening.
Right.
She's just on her own. And the surgeon calls her in and says, look, he's had a massive hemorrhagic stroke. It's a bleed in the basal ganglia part of the brain. It's like 6 centimetres by 4 centimetres. The chances of survival from this operation are less than 5%.
Oh, my God.
Pretty much say your goodbyes. If you've got any family that want to come up, let them know now. So she called my mum and everything. Like, the world ascended on this hospital. All my pals landed there and everything. There's about 30 people in the waiting room. And he's like, if he does survive it, which is, please don't get your hopes up, it's a very little chance, he won't be able to walk and talk again.
Right. He's
not going to be able to stand up. So basically, you're going to be looking after a lump of flesh for the rest of your life. And so, yeah, I was in surgery for 7 hours.
Bloody hell.
So Louise sat there. Everyone stayed. I still can't thank all my pals and that have come up enough, like, and family members. And, like, one pal I was in the army with, he was in Nottingham, he flew down and stuff. It was mental. Like, people really got behind me.
Yeah.
Like, showed some love. Everyone was praying for me on Facebook. I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
So anyway, like 7 hours later comes through, and Louise said the doctor walked in. And we're all stood there, like, everyone's panicking. She goes, like, she said, my brother cracked a joke, because the doctor said, like, he's a good chance he's going to have amnesia and stuff, because his brain's that messed up. Before he went in, my brother said, I wonder if I get I owe him $2,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cheek, you know, my brother cheek, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I wonder if I get I owe him that $2,000, joking, like. And my wife said, there's a few people there that owe money. She said, don't we? I've got a list in the house of people that owe money. And it was mad. So the doctor walked in, they're all sat there like, what is it? And he said he was shaking his head, and we're like, and he went, I can't believe it. He's in recovery. He sat up talking. Like,
just completely unexpected.
Yeah, they thought I'd be like a veg. And I come round, but I had amnesia.
Right.
So I lost years and years of my life. I didn't know who Louise was. My wife.
So, right, you've come round now. All these people surrounding you, you don't know who they are.
I knew who my mum was.
Right, yeah, because...
It's my mum. Yeah. But, like, she looked a lot older. I remember thinking, what the fuck's going on, man? You imagine not knowing who you are, really.
Yeah.
I knew her face, but I didn't know who I was, really.
Yeah.
It was mental. It was so surreal. It was so, like, scary.
Yeah.
And I'd seen a movie called Flight Plan.
Yes.
With Jodie Foster, where they change her life while she's asleep and stuff. And I got, like, subconsciously, I think I was thinking, this is not real. It's a movie or something. I thought Louise was an actress.
Okay.
They brought this little girl in weeks later, who was my daughter, Sophia, and I thought she was an actress. and it really affected her badly.
Oh.
So I didn't. You know, she's 7 at the time,
Yeah.
and her dad doesn't know who she is. It affected her school and everything. It was
Oh,
really
yeah?
bad. That's one of my biggest things I still carry for that.
Yeah.
So imagine now, I don't know my wife.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone. I don't know who I thought I was in other countries. I thought the nurses were trying to get me. It was mental.
Yeah.
And like, it was a crazy time. Like, and so yeah, I was in hospital for ages. When I got released and went home, so we're driving home. Like, I'm looking at this woman. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I'm playing along with it because I think I've got to get out of this hospital. But I don't know who she is. Like, they're taking me to this house. We're going to this house. And they said, when you get home, you're going to see things that spark memories, little things that remind you and stuff like of it. And I got home, nothing. Absolutely. They showed, Louise got the DVD of our wedding out.
Right.
And we watched the wedding DVD. And I'm like, have they got CGI? I don't CGI, I didn't know what that was, but I thought special effects, they've got me there. I don't know how they've got me on this video. That's not me. But, and Louise, like I said, Louise is pretty. I couldn't believe she married me.
So,
She's out of my league.
You've been married how long at this point?
So we've been married 6 years.
And Sophia was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was going way back than 7 years then.
About 10, 11 years I lost in
That's
total.
what you lost.
Yeah. And then before that, loads of other stuff went, but there was patchy.
Right.
But it was totally blank for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Totally blank.
So, you know, like your mum and like, I presume like Cheek, like your brother.
Yeah.
Could they say to you, like, this is your wife?
Yeah.
Would you believe them?
That's why I was listening, because my mum and Cheek and like Tranner and all them are coming up and saying, yeah, look, and I was believing it because that's the people I knew.
And trusted.
Trusted because they were from my whole lot. I don't know about trust, but knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look, that was the helpful bit that had these faces I knew telling me things, but it was so. It's hard to explain, man. Like when I got home, you remember months later, I'm at home, and I'm lying in bed all day, just depressed, crying because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And
I'd go to sleep because you get your brain heals while you're asleep, so you're sleeping a massive amount initially when you've got brain damage. So I was sleeping like 5-6 times a day, and every time I woke up, I thought it was a new day. I'd have a shower. I was doing Louise's head in. It's because I'm fed up of washing towels. She was telling me the other day.
Because you waking up thinking it's a new day.
Yeah, new day. I'd have a shower every time I woke up.
Bowl of cornflakes.
Yeah, it's just like she said. I was fed up of washing towels, and she was, oh yeah, this is the stinger, right? When I was in hospital recovering, she found out she was pregnant with our second daughter.
Oh my God!
So she looked after me through it all.
Yeah.
Through the whole brain injury and everything. Whilst pregnant with our second daughter.
Oh,
and then she'd have morning sickness and I'd be like, were you out drinking last night? Because I didn't know. I forgot she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So, apart from the amnesia, I couldn't store any information.
Right.
I was like 10-second Tom off 51st Dates.
Yeah.
Literally forget everything constantly. You have to keep reminding me. And so I'd forget she was pregnant. You're getting fat. I'd say things like that. Say, you're fat, you are. She's I'm pregnant, you dickhead.
Oh my God.
It was constant, mate. And like, so you imagine all that she's dealing with whilst looking after me, pregnant.
Yeah.
She's proper superwoman, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it as well.
Yeah.
What point did anything come? Have those years come back?
I don't know. This is the truthful answer.
Do you remember getting married?
Well, I think I do.
Okay.
But I've watched the DVD that many times, looked at the pictures. I don't know if I've just filled that in myself by watching the wedding DVDs, looking at all the pictures, listening to stories. I don't know if I've made the memories now fresh.
Yeah.
Or they are new memories. Little things have popped back. Sometimes things I don't want to come back.
Yeah, that's the hard bit, isn't it?
Like, I remember being on a mad session.
Yeah.
Man did off my tits. And I think, why is that coming back and not like the day my daughter was born? Do you know what I mean? The subconscious works weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't pick and choose.
You can't choose, yeah. So when the mad thing is, when Maya was born, I was still gone with the fairies, like my second daughter. So I'm in the delivery room. I ain't got a clue what's going on. I was just, and Louise's got to like give birth whilst looking after me. It was mental.
Bloody hell. That must have been really tough for her.
I tell you what, I don't know how she did it.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a good little support network with her mum, my mum. Fortunately, she's really close to my mum. They got on really well. Her mum's a diamond too, and like, they've helped so much with the kids over the years and stuff. They were very lucky.
Yeah.
So
thank God.
It is. It is one of the most mental stories, and like to live through it. I believe because of the memory thing, and like I couldn't store any information, and I forget what I was doing, and I do sit. I had no insight, so I wouldn't know why I was doing things. I'd just do the craziest things. But once I'm making a sandwich.
Yeah.
I went to make myself. I love a banana sandwich, right?
Yeah.
So I went to make myself a banana sandwich.
Yeah.
So you butter the bread, slice the banana up. Because my brain wasn't working right, I buttered the bread, then I wrapped it around the banana and started eating it. And it's just, thinking back, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? What
You
sort of
didn't
grown
know.
man does something like that? It's
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, I believe now it gave me an insight. Because I don't remember much about it, but I remember the feelings of being corrected and stuff.
Okay.
Like I'd do something, no, that's not right. You don't do that. No, that's not right. And that how horrible that made me feel.
Yeah.
Or like I'd say, oh, I want to call my mate up. You don't talk to him anymore.
Oh.
I think Louise used the time to get rid of a lot of people she didn't like. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
yeah, we'll get rid of that dickhead.
Nah, you don't talk to
Yeah,
them.
you don't talk to him anymore. So yes, that was mad. Like she got like it was like. So I'd be like, "What do you mean I don't talk to him?
Yeah,
No, you
didn't
haven't
get
spoke
it.
for ages. Your friend's a glacier. Really? It was so
God.
surreal. And I, do you mean he's one of my best mates? No, you don't. He doesn't talk to you. He doesn't like you. I'm like, oh, great. So that was a mad thing as well. It was all so bad. Like, so that's what I feel like. I had a little insight into dementia a bit with those things,
Yes.
not knowing yourself and what's going on and how horrible it feels. So that's why, like, and this is the worst thing, right? Having a brain injury, brain damage, makes you more susceptible in the future to have dementia.
Oh, does he?
Oh, that's to look forward to.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Jesus. I just want to ask you something, just going right back to the beginning. When you said you were heaving and something went, did you feel it?
Yeah.
You did?
Now, I kind of remember it happening.
Okay.
It was like, for years I didn't, but then I was asleep. I have a lot of afternoon naps because of my tiredness.
So do I.
So I get what's called neurological fatigue now. So I sleep a lot. You zap. So I've had one of my naps and I woke up and I remember it distinctly happening. Little things pop back.
Right.
So I was heaving.
Yeah.
And this fluttering started happening in my head.
Oh, okay.
And that was it. I'm
That's
sure
really
that
interesting.
I think that's what it was anyway. I might just be a dream.
So it didn't feel like a big pop or anything
No,
like
it felt
that.
like,
It was more like a flutter.
like a flutter, like something was. You could feel the blood coming out. That's what I think anyway. The first time I spoke about that.
Is it?
Yeah, the first time I mentioned that to anyone. But I can remember it. I can't remember opening the hotel door.
Oh, okay.
That
These little
come back to
bits.
me very recently.
That's mental, isn't it?
It's really mad, and
Yeah.
I just sort of it's so crazy. I remember opening the hotel door to go in there.
Yeah.
I remember going through the reception, and I just remember going into my hotel room. I don't remember anything else.
Oh, okay.
It's mental, and I remember coming back out. I don't remember anything else after that. I don't remember on Broad Street or anything. All that is just I can remember it because I've been told everything that happened.
Yeah.
But I can't remember it because I don't. It's all just filled in.
Yeah.
So I'll say, "Oh yeah, this is what happened," but it's not. It's just what I've been told.
Yeah.
So I'll say to you like, "Oh, I remember doing this. Remember doing that." I don't. I've seen video of me doing it.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I've been back and I've watched the video of me doing it, and then so now it's in my brain. It's mental.
So how many years ago was this now?
That was 2016, so 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Okay.
May the something.
Right.
We have a little anniversary party every year that I'm still alive.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, right, I could talk all day about
I don't
it.
stop. Sorry.
No,
If
I
I go
don't.
on, just say Theo. Shut up.
No. But I want to really talk about your comedy career, but
Okay.
I don't want to like blank things that have happened in between.
No, it leads on nicely.
Yes, but I want to know how, from having a brain injury 8 years ago, you're now on stage doing stand-up.
Wow, it leads in quite nicely.
Good.
So, part of the brain injury, my anxiety, I couldn't be in a room with more than 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
I struggled to articulate things, so they were in my brain, but I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
So during my rehabilitation, there's a wonderful unit called the Moor Green Unit at Moseley Hospital, where they do brain injury rehabilitation, and I went there for a long time. And as part of it, my occupational therapist there said, "What can we look at to try and help you? What do you like in life?" I love comedy and stuff, and we were looking. We found this course. It's called Ultra Comedy, and basically you go along. You're trained by a professional comedian for 8 weeks, and then you go on stage and do a performance at the end of it.
Oh my God.
And I was like, "I'm doing that," and they're like, "You're going to be able to do that with all them people." And I was getting better already in social situations. So we've gone from me not being able to be in a room with more than 2 people, so I'm already in like rehabilitation with a group of people. So we're slowly getting better, but my anxiety was still through the roof. But I was like, I've got to do it. Remember, they said I wouldn't talk or stand again. So I'm going to stand and talk now on stage and do it. So that was not my motivation.
Yeah.
And so I did the 8-week course. Didn't listen to anything I was taught because it just didn't work for me. I just told my story.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm still doing. Just telling my story now. I was just trying to make it funny on stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I talk about life and what's happening. But yeah, to the first one, I was so scared.
Well, I wanted to ask you about this because, right, so me and my brothers, and I've got so many questions around comedy. But
Yeah, far away.
So me and my brothers are basically a load of piss takers, and we grew up on comedy. Now I'm talking back in the days of watching Bottom on a Friday night.
Favourite Bottom
fucking
was.
brilliant. So like Rick Mail, Adrian Edmondson,
Yeah.
just heroes to
Yeah,
us, right?
my heroes.
So we grew up on this kind of stuff, right? And we even say, like, in fact, I said a line the other day, like just from a Rick Mail line the other day. My Tom, who I was married to, I was at the rugby watching my oldest lad play, and Tom's new fiancée, Sarah, had said how my youngest lad was really smooth to her mum and was like, oh, when he first met her, oh, what's your name? Helen. Oh, that's a lovely name. And I just went, what a smashing blouse you have on.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
And straight away, Tom got it because he was like,
he
sort
likes
of
the
growing
same
up.
sort of stuff.
And it's just one-liners like that me and my brothers are always saying. We've got a big range of people.
Yeah,
that we love.
me, it's so I loved Bottom and that when I was younger, but sad as anything this is, but my favourite programme as a kid was Friends.
Oh yeah, love Friends.
I'm a Friend, no, but like it's beyond. Louise hates watching Friends now because I know the lines to every show.
Oh, I think I do.
I'm dropping the punchlines out before they come out, and she's like, God, Phil, you sad bastard. No one never had a girlfriend until you was a teenager.
But
so you was late in your
teens.
teens.
Classic, isn't it?
It is like, I mean, for me, I loved it. Like, I think they were my friends. Do you know what I mean? In my head.
Yeah. So like, I've obviously said to my brothers this week, oh, I've got a comedian coming on this week, and they're like, oh my God, they're buzzing because like, for me and for people that have been watching the episode so far, you'll get that I'm massively into music because of the spin, and it just I just love music and food. So music and food, but comedy is up there.
Food's my thing, but yeah.
Music, comedy, food, they're like their life for me.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like, if I sit down and just got a bit of time, I love a drama, I love, a documentary, but I love a comedy.
See, for me, the main thing in my life, I love documentaries.
Yeah.
But I don't watch much stand-up anymore.
Oh.
I loved it, and now I'm involved in it.
You don't?
I don't watch it as much. I don't know why. I still watch the old classics. Like, I watch, like, your Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
I watch Dave Chappelle anytime he's on TV. He's my hero. I watch Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr, like the bigger ones. But I don't just sit watching stand-up. I think a lot of stand-up comedians, you only get involved in like the lower end of the circuit, which is where I'm basically at. I'm not a big name or anything. So when like you're just going around doing gigs, I was in Stoke-on-Trent the other night. I'm in Nottingham soon, and you're just gigging with comedians. It's so cool. Great little communities of people. There's some absolute arseholes involved in it.
I bet, yeah.
You imagine like they're just divas, but they've got nothing to be divas about. Do you know what I mean? I've messed up in comedy a few times now. I started being a promoter initially.
Right.
Because I was scared to apply for gigs. I didn't want to be. I felt like I had like imposter syndrome.
That's one of the questions I had about nerves. Yeah.
Yeah, the mental. Now I don't have any nerves to go on stage. I was using drink as a crutch.
Okay.
So I was drinking loads and got on stage, and that was affecting my performance.
Of course it was. Yeah.
You're not as good a performer if you're drunk.
No.
And I couldn't get that. Do you mean I'm fucking hilarious when I'm drunk? My mate Daddy, a professional comedian, he's a great lad, and he knows comedy. He understands lots of aspects of the structure of jokes and stuff. He's been really helpful to me in helping my writing skills and stuff. And he was saying to me, Theo, you're 10 times the comedian when you're sober.
Oh, okay.
But in my head, I didn't have the confidence to always be sober on stage.
Could you just have one or two?
I just don't have any now. I don't drink full stop in all in life.
Oh, okay. Right.
I gave it up as part of this challenge.
Right, okay.
So
is this going to be a thing that you're going to try and carry on throughout your life?
So we're doing it till the end of February at the moment. We're doing 10 kilometres a day.
Yes, all that.
No alcohol at all.
When did this start?
Started the 25th of October.
Okay, so we're now on the 14th of November.
Yeah, so it's been nearly 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
No alcohol at all. 10 kilometres a day. I'm not allowed to cut my hair or have a shave.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to, the whole goal is to lose 20% of my body weight.
Right, okay.
So we're 17 stone 1 to start by the end of Feb.
Piece of piss.
Yeah, we're going to fly. We've lost nearly 2 stone already.
Yeah.
It's flying off. Because I've not been active. So now I'm being active and moving.
Yeah.
And I'm eating. I've cut a lot of carbs down because I'm pre-diabetic, so I want to get rid of that as well.
Yeah,
That's another goal as well, to get rid of the pre-diabetes. I don't want to go into type 2 diabetes, so we're cutting that out. It's all positive changes, but we're using it as a way to raise money.
Yes.
For the basement project.
The basement project. That's
yeah,
it.
I wanted to be held accountable. If it's just for me,
is huge these days.
For me, I won't do it like just to get healthy. I'm an idiot. I think, oh, fuck it. I'll just have that chocolate bar. Or fuck it. I'll just have that chips. But now I've made a commitment to this charity that helps young people. So I've got to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I've done it that way. I'm accountable to it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We're doing it every day. And, you know, I actually feel good for it. I hate saying it.
You do feel good for it,
I've got to change a bit of my show now. My show that's in March, my one-man show, my debut show.
Yeah.
See, being part of comedy, my goal was to also have my own show in a theatre.
Yeah.
So it took me a good 5-6 years now to get to the point where I felt confident enough to do my own one-man show. A lot of comedians go straight to Edinburgh and do a run 1 or 2 years in.
Yeah.
And I think they're idiots.
Well, do you know what,
I've built my show up. I've built my ability up to be on stage and be confident to do it. I got my first comedy review the other night.
Did you?
I'm not happy with it.
What's it on, the review?
Oh, it's just some old woman that goes to comedy shows, but she wrote a review about me.
Oh, okay.
She's not like a comedy reviewer.
Right.
But she's one of the audience members at this gig, and she leaves a review of everybody. And come on stage and look at me, he's like, "That was a great set, mate." I said, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "Can I read it on my phone?" Sorry.
Yeah, go on, read
Sorry. I don't feel bad for getting my phone out.
Nah, don't.
I forgot what it said.
It's real life.
Not that I'm annoyed by it, or anything.
Yeah.
So it says, confidence is very evident, not just on stage, but off. A natural storyteller, as well as being downright funny. Great energy that filled the room. Which sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
But to me, full of himself, it sounds. Confidence was very evident, not just on stage. I never spoke to her off stage.
You're being critical of yourself there. I would see that as a good review.
Would you?
Yeah. We always are critical of ourselves. I wouldn't look at that in any way negative.
No.
I'd look at that as a good review.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming to that gig, by the way.
Are you coming to the theatre?
I am, yeah.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. My support act, Danny's a good dad as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to have someone who's from Birmingham primarily,
Yes.
or Midlands, because I want to support local young acts. I've done it with a few now. I've helped local acts who are just like doing open mic nights, and I've brought them through, got them into paid work.
Yes.
Some of them never spoke to me again after they've got where they've got to go, but I don't mind that. I'm not here.
It's life,
I'm not
isn't
here
it?
for me. I'm just want to help people.
Yeah, yeah.
Danny, though, I think he's really got ability. He's really good. Like he's like me. I took him to a really horrible gig, and he smashed it.
Well, I want to ask you about good gigs and bad gigs. And does it all start with an open mic night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
For me, it did.
Yeah, so you've got to go to these open mics. You've got to get on stage.
I still go to them.
Okay. Where are they? Where are these gigs?
I go to a regular one in Cradley Heath at the Hollybush.
Right.
Now, it is fucking bedlam, full of crazies and some of the maddest people. It is like a rite of passage in Midlands comedy.
Yeah.
Some of the best comedians that are on TV have gone through there.
Because everyone's got to start somewhere.
Everyone's got to start somewhere. But like, you'll go and you'll see 20 acts on a Thursday night.
Okay.
And 18 of them will need a kick in the balls
Yeah.
or minge for going on there.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be trying to be comedy. I don't know who's told them they're funny.
Right.
But you just sit there and then that one little diamond will come through. And I've picked up a few acts there and taken them on and given work and helped them progress because they're really good.
Yeah.
Like you can spot a little diamond when they come through.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen some good ones and I've given them work and I keep doing that still to this day. I go back there and I've took people there and they're like, don't ever take me there again. Because like it is it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. So where are these shit ones? Go on, where? Because one of the
questions... the other ones, I'm starting a new open mic actually.
Where?
I want to do it at Bromsgrove Rugby Club. I'm just waiting to go and see them. I think they'll give me the space because I get on really well with them. I do professional shows there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do an open mic weekly or fortnightly there, or a new material night that gives up-and-coming comedians or people that want to try it a chance.
Yeah.
So we might even do our own little course as well. where people can come along, have lessons from a professional.
Like you did.
Like I did, but not from me. I'm not on that level. But my friend I was telling you about, Doddy, I want to get him along to do some lessons with people on how to be a comedian, how to write jokes and that. Then
That's fantastic.
Then we'll do a little performance at the end and I'll host it and stuff because that's my job as an MC mainly.
I might come.
Yeah, come and do it. Join
People
up.
say to me, you're fucking hilarious.
You should do it.
But it's just because I'm a little one-liner and I'm a piss taker. I might try it, you know.
Just try it. What's the worst can happen?
Exactly.
It doesn't work. So we're going to do this course, and at the end of it, you get to perform for all your family and friends on a stage, and it'll be a proper little comedy night. I think that'd be brilliant for everyone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I love
so,
stuff
we're
like
gonna do
that.
it, but it's not going to be like
Different.
with like the ultra comedy I did. You had to raise money for like cancer research, which is a good thing and stuff. But I don't want to put that pressure on anybody. You had to sell 20 tickets. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If you want to invite people along to buy a ticket and come and watch, by all means do, but we're not going to put pressure on people to do it.
Yeah.
So, like, some people were dropping out because they couldn't sell the tickets. They never had friends and family to do it.
Yeah.
I sold loads of tickets and raised loads of money. So I was like, we'll split mine down then for the other people. Oh, we can't do that. I thought,
We talked a bit about, you've watched George Thorpe's episode, ticket selling's a big thing. There's an episode out tomorrow, Jess Barry, female pro boxer, fucking brilliant episode.
I always support the boxers and that and go to shows. I can't do it as much now because like, I've given up.
Time, isn't it?
Well, it's not just time. I've given up earning in life, really. Because I run a food bank now.
Yes.
I run the community project, Sidemore Community Project, which is a Bromsgrove based. And we do a food bank. We do a knit and natter group for the old dears, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
We do a men's friendship group and a women's friendship group that I don't actually facilitate, but I organise. So I've got 2 women who run it for me who are wonderful. And I do sort of pop-ups for local authorities and stuff, which it's the most amazing job in the world. It gives you so much satisfaction.
Yeah.
But I don't earn any money anymore.
Yeah.
I'm giving my time back for all the shit I've been in life, I think. It makes me feel better. What I take from it is like a good feeling.
Yeah.
So all this stuff I do now, I don't earn anything.
Yeah.
So I've had to, like, I get messages, you come into the fight, can I get a table? I'm like, I can't anymore, mate. I'm sorry. I'd love to still support you, but I'm not in that position. The BKB was the other night. The last BKB before this one that was in Wolverhampton, I had a table supporting Paddy. This one I couldn't even go.
Yeah.
But I've made that decision in life now. I'm not going to have my own business. I'm not going to have a pub. I'm not going to have my own comedy promotions business, really. I'm just going to run a couple of shows. I'm going to dedicate my time to being a good positive influence on people's lives.
Yeah. And
we do a Christmas gift bank, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Last year, people are struggling in life.
Oh, God, tell me about it.
We do a gift bank. So I get loads of gifts in, like loads of toys and board games and everything you can think of. And parents can come that are struggling, choose some stuff for their kids. We've got a gift wrapping station. They take them away and they give them the kids on Christmas Day. Off themselves or Santa, whoever they want to. Because I don't think... And then people started moaning about that. Well, shouldn't the parents be buying it? I said, well, some parents can't afford it. Well, they should. I said, listen, it doesn't matter what the parent's situation is. I don't care if they spend all the money on crack. It's nothing to do with me. But that kid should wake up with kids. Every kid should wake up with the same. I don't want kids going to school and they've got nothing on Christmas Day and hearing other kids having presents.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make it so every kid has a nice Christmas morning. Every kid I can help has a nice Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the parents and what they do. Oh, they bet they smoke. I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Stop being an arsehole.
Yeah.
You don't want to join him with it. Fine, don't join him with it. Just carry on about your day.
Well, we talked about this earlier before we started recording about being grown up enough to ignore things that bother you. So, like, we talked about scrolling through social media and you'll see something that you don't necessarily
Not getting
agree
offended.
with. Yeah. And then, but you just, because you're a mature human being, you can scroll past it. But there are people that feel they have to throw their penny's worth in. And fucking our social media's full of it. There'll be a post about... I follow these fucking slow cooker page. Fucking boring.
I love them.
But I follow this slow cooker recipe page and someone put something on the other day, which was a genuine good idea, basically like a lunchbox for kids idea. But because it wasn't about the slow cooker, she got fucking rinsed in the comments.
Mate, they're mad, aren't they?
And I was like, all right, fuck me. Like,
These
give
groups,
her a break.
I've stopped joining groups on Facebook because the admins think there's something they're not.
Yeah.
They wind me up. Like, they've got, I don't know, they just got some, think they've got some power in life because they must be sitting in their mum's spare bedroom masturbating over fucking some
Slow cookers.
traffic warden pictures or something. And like they've got this little bit of power where they control this local group. Same as people who run local like updates groups and
Yeah.
like, you know, like Spotted and that. I've set a Bromsgrove one up that's a parody of the real one. The Spotted Bromsgrove, and I've got the lesser Spotted Bromsgrove.
Oh, okay.
So I just put joke ones up, like take the piss, and it's gathering traction. That is now.
I'll follow that.
Is the lesser Spotted Bromsgrove. When I see a post of Spotted Bromsgrove, I just put a post up taking the piss. Like, have it. It's funny, man. All you have to set. They rarely put anything. When I try and comment on posts, they rarely let me put them on. They block them off because I'm just taking the piss out of everyone I do.
Yeah.
I had to set up fake profiles to do the comments.
Right. We're going off course a bit. I want to get back onto comedy. No, it happens. So, like, tell me about these gigs where you said dragging your mate along to like a shit gig or. Tell me where the shit ones are.
I can't. That's rude about the gigs, isn't it?
Oh, okay, fine.
So like, it's all relative to what you like as well.
Yeah.
What I find shit on my mates, you could find fucking brilliant, and that's the beauty of comedy. It is very. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Subjective.
Subjective. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very subjective. It's what you like.
Yeah.
So like, I love pun comedy.
Yes.
I love one-liners. Louise detests them.
Right.
She thinks they're shit.
Okay.
But I absolutely love the craft and the ability to write these jokes. I think they're brilliant, and I love and respect one-line comedians.
Okay.
Louise can't stand them.
So who would you, as a one-line comedian, as a one-liner, who would you like look at and think, yeah, you're my cup of tea?
Okay, the best one-liner comedians, for me, are Gary Delaney.
Yeah.
Best in the business.
Yeah.
And Masai Graham.
Okay, I'm going to look.
Masai Graham, check him out. He's won the Joker of the Edinburgh Fringe on numerous occasions.
Right.
He's phenomenal. He's a brilliant guy. He's a nice guy too. He used to work with me a lot. He can't anymore because he's got signed for this agency, and me and the agent don't get on.
Okay.
The little prick. But other than that, yeah, man, he's the best. Masai is, in my opinion, one of the best joke writers on the planet. And Gary Delaney is the best in the business. He's done Live at the Apollo and everything. Gary Delaney, he's massive in the game.
Oh, I love Live at the Apollo.
Yeah, if you look at Gary Delaney one-liners, just check him out on YouTube. Absolutely.
Because I'm always looking for bits of comedy and like sharing it with like with my
brothers.
So the
one-liners, he's so clever, but Louise just finds them really corny.
I can see where she's coming from there because, see, for me, like if I was to gravitate towards a comedian, I like James Acaster. I like Kevin Bridges.
I love Kevin Bridges. I've never really seen James Acaster. My favourite comedians are at the moment like current living ones are Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
To me, he's the best in the business as a whole package.
Right.
His ability to deliver, his presence on stage, everything, the craft. He's the best. But then for like who I like to watch and laugh at is Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carr and Ricky Gervais.
Well, Ricky Gervais, I've been to see Jimmy Carr.
I've seen Frankie Boyle.
Yeah.
But I loved him, but he's sort of gone off the boil
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone off the boil from what I liked. He's sort of gone down a different road, which is obviously his choice as an artist, but he was one of my favourites for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like I said, James Acaster, Kevin Bridges at the minute. I love Ricky Gervais. I watched one the other night and I text my brother saying, I'm just watching Armageddon. And then I sent another message saying...
Armageddon, yeah, it's a good one.
I sent an immediate WhatsApp
watching Nature.
saying... No, because when I said I'm just rewatching Armageddon...
Not the movie.
I put Gervais, not Affleck. And he just replied saying, didn't think for 1 minute it'd be Affleck.
To be fair, though, I don't mind a little movie like that.
Love a movie.
I love them. But me and Louise is a mad for these soppy movies at Christmas. You know, like the proper Christmas.
Love Actually.
No, I love it. That's the first movie we watched together, you know. No, The Holiday was the first movie we watched together.
I like The Holiday as well.
So, yeah, we watched it on a little Sony Vaio laptop in bed.
Oh.
But the Holiday is a great one, and Love Actually. But she's into these Channel 5 lunchtime shit fucking movies.
Oh, okay.
You know, these ones that are like TV movies.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh, mate, I come downstairs. She works from home, so she's on a break from work. And I say, turn it off, please.
Yeah.
I ended up watching one the other day.
You can get into some of them.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was angry with myself.
Yeah.
There was one on there's a new one on Netflix that's quite good. Meet You This Time Next Year or something.
I've been coming.
Christina Milian.
Oh, okay. Bit of a name.
Yeah, she's in it. I used to fancy her.
Yeah.
Big time. So I watched it with Louise because she was in it. But we enjoyed it. It's still soppy and so corny, but I enjoyed it. So
see, like Love Actually for me is my Christmas film.
Have you seen Last Christmas?
Have I seen it
on Netflix?
Christmas? I don't know.
You haven't then if you don't know because you remember it.
Okay. I'll
Watch it.
Okay.
Seriously, watch it.
Yeah.
Then WhatsApp me tomorrow
And go, I've watched it.
Thank you, Theo. That was brilliant.
All right, yeah.
I tell you, it's so good. I didn't want to watch that. We watched it last year, me and Louise, but last Christmas it's called. We watched it, me and Louise, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you for making me watch that. That was fucking brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
I love romance though. I love romance. In our relationship, I'm the soppy one.
Yeah, do you know, we talked about this on the dating episode, and I said, like, I still believe in romance and all that, but because I've not got it in my life at the minute, I feel a bit hardened to it. So I'm a bit of a,
Yeah,
not a hard-faced cow, but I do feel a little bit like, I probably wouldn't watch a sad film. I'd probably pick a comedy over a soppy film just because.
It's the same with music.
Right. Yes, you don't listen to the sad
same
film,
song,
listen to gangster rap.
The same song will have a different meaning depending on what your situation is in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So songs I couldn't listen to when I was single, like, because I'm a very emotional person, so a certain song I wouldn't be able to listen to if I was single. Now I'll lie hugging Louise listening to it because it's a different meaning.
Yeah.
So, you know, like lovey-dovey songs. If I was single, if Louise left me,
oh, yeah.
I couldn't listen to them. But now
right.
I love listening to like romantic love songs. And it's just all about perspective and where you are in life. And it's not a good thing or bad thing whether you listen to them.
Yeah. There's definitely songs. I talked about this with Mitchell last week on the music episode.
Oh, yeah.
About like songs that you probably have got such a memory for you that you might avoid it or take you back there.
Of course, yeah. The songs I've got memories of that I'll never listen to again. But obviously we got like, you have, they can transport your songs, to different times. See, because when I was recovering from the brain injury, music was one of my biggest therapies. I'd go on long walks, and I found meditation and mindfulness as part of my recovery, massive part of my recovery.
Yeah.
But part of what I like a self meditation was walking, which I'm still doing now. But I was walk for miles and miles with music on, and that escape from the madness that was going on in my brain, where everything was disorganized. Remember, I didn't know where I was, who I was, but just music took me away. And music that I listened to, so Louise built a playlist up for me of music I used to listen to.
Right.
And it transcended the brain injury. It took me past it because I knew the music still. I still knew all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Which was mad. So,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I knew all the lyrics still, but I don't remember the song. There's a match said, like, I was lying in hospital in recovery. She goes, and you were just gone. I said, and I'm fuming with that because you didn't film me. I was like, why'd you film me? She goes, because I didn't know if he was going to leave, you prick.
Yeah.
And I was like, you should have filmed this. It should have been gold for my page now. I never had a page back then, but.
Yeah.
So she said, you're lying in bed. I don't know. I must have just listened to, I don't know if you know this song. LFO with the group, Light Funky Ones.
Yeah.
And it was a girl on TV.
Yes.
So I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing now.
Okay.
But I loved LFO. They only had like 2 song releases, Summer Girls and Girl on TV. But like I saw them on a Richard Blackwood episode on MTV. He used to host a TV show and they did a bit of freestyle rapping. And like I'm a fat white kid from Wheeler Castle, so obviously I love rapping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and Rich, who was the lead singer, was a great little like rapper as well. So I'm lying in a hospital bed. Louise says, everyone's in recovery. We don't know everyone on the ward's going to live. And you're like, wish for you on a falling star, singing. And I'm tone deaf, I am. I cannot sing. And you're singing at the top of your voice. She goes, everyone's just like, oh my God. Because no one's allowed in the ward other than one person at a time. And I'm like, shut up, Will. Yeah. And she goes, you're just in your own world, singing at the top of your voice. I said,
music it's got that ability, like you say, to, for me, like I said, talked on a previous episode about when I'm down. It was a mental health episode. When I've been down and in the fucking pits.
Yeah.
I know when I'm bad because I don't want to listen to music.
Because it can take you to places you don't want to go.
Yeah, and
but you've got to find the ones that lift you up.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like this morning again, like I say all the time, headphones are in. I'm listening to fucking Fleetwood Mac on the way here. You know, just like
there's a song by a group called, sorry to interrupt.
No.
You, song called by Mad as Anything. I think Mental as Anything. The band is.
Yeah.
I can't even know the song now. It's so fucking, and like it's my go-to song at the minute. A bloke in my pub has to put it on the jukebox, and it's like become my song. And I can't. Hey there, you with the sad face, come up to my place.
Yeah,
so that's my song now. I listen to it all the time. Like that and Aztec Camera. Summer in the city where the air is clean.
Yes.
So 80s is my thing at the minute.
Do you know what? I love 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
80s, love it all. I've got such a huge
Same as. I'm an Elvis
taste.
fan, I am.
Yeah,
I'm a massive Elvis fan.
love Cher, I love Madonna.
Yeah.
Literally, there's not one. There's no one
Genre
I
you
don't
don't
like. There's
yeah.
no. There's
There is loads I don't like of these new mumble rap shit.
I'm
And
not
some
really
of this new
familiar
pop,
with it.
I don't. I had to put a playlist together for my daughter's birthday party before.
Yeah.
And it was all new shit, and I genuinely,
Not down.
I couldn't even attend the party.
Yeah.
It was that bad. It was that TikTok party I was telling you about. Actually, I was choosing songs for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which got scammed on.
So like the music, and I know like with the mindfulness and the meditation, that can help. Like it's helped you with a brain injury. Episode 1 with Dave, it helped him out of addiction. Like meditation and mindfulness is so powerful.
Really is.
It really can. Wherever you are, if you were to dedicate yourself or 10 minutes of your day,
at least 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day to meditation and mindfulness, you'd get over some serious shit, I reckon.
I said to Louise not long ago, you know what? I'm a fucking idiot, because mindfulness and meditation brought me back from the depths of doom, and I stopped practicing it about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I can feel myself slipping in certain aspects of my life now. I should have carried it on.
Yeah, but you can always pick it up.
I'm going back into it definitely soon. But why did I stop? It's just because everything got so easy in life and better.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't need it, but that was actually such a good, and there's so many I know now. I started doing one of them while I walk now. It's this it's like a Polynesian ritual thing. It's not really meditation, but I picked it up on this meditation channel I used to follow on YouTube. And basically it's a giving thanks in life. It's just a chant that you do.
Yeah, like a gratitude.
Yeah, a gratitude thing. So you give gratification and say thank you and sorry to everyone in your life. So you repeat this chant. It's originally said it's called Ho'oponopono, the chant is. And you say like, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. You just repeat that chant as you're going, and you say thank you. And when you say thank you, you picture everyone in your mind you want to say thank you to.
Right.
You say I'm sorry.
To people you want to apologise
No, I love
to.
you to everyone you love.
Yeah.
You say I'm sorry, and you picture everyone you've hurt and you're sorry to. And you say, please forgive me. You ask for the forgiveness, and you picture the same people again.
Okay.
And you keep doing that. And I was thinking bullshit when I first looked at this years and years ago. Now I still do it it's amazing how deep it gets you. Like when you start,
Powerful.
It's powerful. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So I'll even picture my own. I picture my kids. I picture my daughter who was born after all of this happened. Because I am sorry for being who I'm not the same. I don't think I've given her the life she deserves in some respects because of my fatigue and my brain injury that hinders me a lot. I can't do the things I should be able to do. I couldn't go to Disney World with them.
Right.
Because I was still really bad then. So I feel like that's my fault.
It's not.
Well, all the brain injury, that was a result of my party lifestyle.
Yeah, but I don't think you can give yourself too much of a hard time for that. You weren't to know that was going to happen.
I was warned, your blood pressure's high, take this medication.
Right.
I didn't take it.
Yeah.
37, what's going to happen?
You didn't know that
I didn't know it was going to happen, but there's you're going to, something bad's going to happen. One of the biggest causes of stroke is high blood pressure. Take this medication.
Yeah.
Didn't take it. I know I don't ponder on it.
No.
But I know that's what it is. So I kind of say sorry for that as part of my ritual. I say thank you to Louise and sorry to her, and please forgive me. It's my mum as well. My mum's my ever suffering best companion as well. She's been there for me for everything. Still to this day, I'm 45.
And mine.
And I still go Mum, I'm in the shit. Can you help me out?
We
and
do.
Stuff. It's mad, and you just looking back my mum, my brother Cheek, my brother Sean, my sister Celine, my wife, my kids, my aunts, uncles, cousins, friends. The network I've got of support and love is massive.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And you have to
Not
take
everyone's
back.
got that, you know.
Not everyone's got it. So I see people now. I'm meeting people when I'm working in the community, when I'm doing the food bank. So I do a food bank every Monday morning, and when I meet people and they've got nobody, so they come to me and I give them a food parcel, and I'm helping some people with certain aspects of filling in forms or making phone calls because they haven't got access to the internet. I'm filling it on my laptop for them, and I'm realising there's people out there with nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a person they don't know. I'm the person they come to for help. I've set this men's friendship group up where people come along for a chat.
So you run that one?
Yeah, I run the men's one.
Yeah.
And we just do little social activities. So go for a curry, I'm going to organise a bowling night. Nothing major, but to some people, this is it's taken them away from the isolation. Because I've realised how lucky I am to have all this network of people, and all this love. Not everybody's got that.
No, they haven't.
So I'm trying to be that person now.
Yeah,
I'm sort of
fair
dedicating to my life to being a better person, hopefully.
Which is brilliant and so really admirable, actually, because there's a lot of people. I mean, for me, like, I'm really, really busy, and we talked about it earlier about me teaching the spin, and I says to you,
how do you fit in? Do you like do it every day?
Yeah, do it every day.
It's really good for you, isn't it?
It's good for me because it keeps me fit, and the music and the fitness combined really levels my mental health out, because I'll do that 30 minutes exercise. Well, on a Monday, I do like a couple of hours, but every other day it's like 30 minutes. But I've done my exercise then, my endorphins are released, I'm level. I'm the most fucking level I've ever been in my whole life.
Yeah, when you've done the exercise and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm consistent with it. Because now I'm running classes, I've got people turning up and they're depending
They're
on me.
relying on you, yeah, exactly.
So I can't, of course, there's days I don't want to do it. Like this morning, it was pissing down rain at 6 o'clock. Stepped out my house, like, fuck.
Where'd you do it?
So Newman Uni.
Okay, yeah,
and Nuffield in Rubery.
Oh, I know Nuffield, yeah. I was going to join there once.
Yeah, so it's a nice gym. Both of them are lovely gyms.
What was it? Nuffield when I was joined? What was it called?
It was Greens.
No, before. Was it Greens?
It was Greens, and then it turned into Nuffield.
Yeah, Greens, that's what it was,
Yeah, I was a member of it when it was Greens. I think I went away and joined somewhere else.
I joined David Lloyd instead, I did, because it's closer to me in Bromsgrove.
Oh, it's lovely, the one in Bromsgrove.
Once, obviously, the brain hemorrhage happened. Because remember, when that all happened, I went from earning a lot of money to nothing.
Yeah.
And I hadn't saved a penny.
And David Lloyd's pricey.
I hadn't saved a penny. So we had a family membership.
Yeah.
The kids, Matt Sophia had tennis lessons and everything. We thought we were Johnny Big Spuds. Louise had to give up work to care for me.
Yeah.
You know what I had walking around with no shoes on. We touched on that earlier. Let me just go back to these.
Yeah.
I had a pair of Louboutins, man. They were about 700 quid. They were my pride and joy. Still got them to this day.
Still got them.
Yeah. So I was barefoot, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So everyone thought I'd been robbed. Someone stole my shoes. I'd left them in the hotel, but everyone was like, someone's hit him over the head for his shoes.
Yeah,
that's what everyone thought.
Luckily you got them back.
What?
Lucky you got them back.
Yeah. He is lucky. Very lucky.
But yeah, David Lloyd, I'll go there with my friend Colette. We call it Our Date with Dave because she gets a guest pass once a month.
Yeah. So
drop me a message, go, do you fancy a date with Dave? And I'll go there.
Well, I did some comedy for David Lloyd gyms. So, and it was really good, man. And I was gutted it stopped. But, so I was doing them over Dudley. And I said, oh, you might be able to get some in the Bromsgrove one. I'll get the manager to contact you. I said, oh, brilliant. This was the Dudley office. And they went really well, but it just stopped for some reason. I don't know why. Probably COVID or something.
Yeah.
But they were smashing. Like they've got loads of dough, haven't they? So they paid us a good fee as well.
Yeah.
And loads of members just turned up for a great night. But this is the good one about so we ran a comedy night, Dudley David Lloyd. So I have a photographer at every show.
Yeah.
So he captures the audience, captures the guests laughing, because you see photos, you think, oh, look at that. That's great.
Really good for your promotions.
Yeah, it's all about promotions. And so, yeah, I've got the photographer there. I put the pictures up of the event and I get contacted by this man. He says, listen, I was at the gig in Dudley with a woman I'm having an affair with. We're both married to other people.
Oh, fuck.
Could you take those photos down of me? I said, no, fuck off. You shouldn't be having an affair.
Yeah, that's on you.
And I blocked him.
Oh, I wonder if that come out.
I wonder if it ever come out. I don't care. You could have told the photographer, he's there laughing. You can see the photographer's not invisible.
Yeah, you're right there.
Exactly. But I don't care. You prick, you shouldn't be cheating.
Yeah, well, let's wonder if
If
you're that person.
I looked at the picture first. It didn't look like he could do anything. If it was a big hench geezer, I would have gone, yeah, no problem, mate. I'll take it down.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I thought, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I knew loads of people who were cheating in life. I did. I lied for people that were cheating.
Do you remember it though? There's probably stuff that you don't remember.
Further back, we're talking now. Like when I do remember, I've lied. I've been alibis.
Yeah.
I've been alibis. I've said I'm with someone that was cheating and I wasn't. I've had people's wives hating me, thinking I was taking their husband out all the time, doing stuff with them, and they weren't even with me. I hadn't seen them for weeks. And I actively lied and took the blame.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that now.
No.
I've gained this perspective where you can't do that shit in life.
Yeah. But that's
weird.
It's part of maturing, isn't it? Growing up, knowing what's important in life.
It is. It's just getting perspective and understanding what's important. And
none of us had that in our younger days. Do you know what I mean?
I was a wanker. I was an extra special wanker. I was as a younger person, like in my relationships before Louise. I had it. I didn't have many. I'm not a prolific dater or anything, but I wasn't a very good person in the slightest. But
you've recognised that, and you're doing better now.
Yeah,
That's the
definitely.
main thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because we, like I
You
say,
can't do the past.
No, and we've all done things in the past that we're not proud of, or it's part of growing up, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you've got to learn from it. That is life,
and move on and don't do that again. That's the way of the world. It's just
the
way it is.
Life.
But I was saying to you about teaching spin and not just being a spin instructor. So you end up being
a therapist
to people. And I run this thing where I do spinner of the week or spinner of the month. And I'm sure people probably think, how the fuck have they got spinner of the week? Or how have they fucking waltzed in here?
Well, they might need you to boost.
But they don't know what I know.
Yeah.
And they don't know that I might have had a conversation with that person that might need a little lift.
100%.
And that spinner of the week or spinner of the month might just give them that little kick that they need. But not everyone would know that because they're not privy to the information that I've got.
Of course, yeah.
Because people talk to me. Not everyone. Some people might come in, do the class and leave. You know, they just book in, they pay, and they go, and that's absolutely fine.
Do you have to be a member at Nuffields for the spin?
Nuffield you do, Newman you don't. So at Nuffield, the bookings are all run through the gym. So people just book on the app generally and turn up to the classes. I have nothing to do with it.
That's a nice one, that is, though, isn't it? You just get you paid.
It's a good one because I'll just turn up, I teach the class, and I go home. It's a nice air-conned gym.
Do you have to do the class every time you're teaching it?
I don't have to, but I do.
You do? You don't have to, do you?
But it's what sets you apart from other instructors.
I could teach spin theoretically.
Yeah, of course.
I could teach anything, I just couldn't do it all.
Yeah, and we talk about this on the episode with Sean Miller. It's about finding your niche and setting you apart from the others.
Yeah.
So there could be 25, 50, 100 spin instructors, but what are you doing that they're not?
Yeah, you're joining in. You're the one that, she's doing it with us.
I'm out of breath, sweating my tits off, looking a mess, not giving a shit, changing my music every week, changing the moves every week, keeping people interested, doing spinner of the week, spinner of the month, doing little bits, doing a Black Friday deal, a January sale, all these little bits that other people aren't doing. They're probably doing it in different parts, like some people are more into hit classes or circuits or boxing or whatever. So there's other people finding their niche in other areas, but as spin goes, there ain't many. There ain't many that's doing what I'm doing.
We used to do spin. Look, at David Lloyd, actually,
The thing with David Lloyd, and this is going to come across
bitter.
Not bitter at all. No. Well, I'll go to these spin classes because Colette will say, in fact, I'm going in a few weeks.
It's good to know what's going on in your industry.
I'll go to other classes.
I go to comedy nights,
because I'll take part in other classes and I'll pick up little bits all day. Yeah. But when I go to David Lloyd, for me, it doesn't keep me interested as much as the equipment is fantastic, the room is fantastic, the lighting, the sound's amazing.
But the instructor.
But it's a beat. I don't want a beat. I want the music to take me somewhere. So like today, for example, I've started off with I'm so excited.
You go for more vocally stuff.
And I've gone on to like Pate Bantam Baby Come Back. And then I've gone into fucking Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. And then I've gone into, it's so
mixed it up.
random.
Yeah, that's nice.
That it will probably reach everybody in that group because I've got people in their 60s coming and people in their 20s and younger. Yeah. So there's a bit of something for everyone.
That's the thing. It's changing things. So it's like my audiences, it's not all 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old men. So I can't just do my personal humour. I have to account for everybody in the room.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of comedians come short because they've only got one thing.
Yeah.
They can't adapt to different rooms. So they'll turn up at a gig and they'll get there and it's like, listen, I did a gig the other week, a couple of months ago in a swingers club.
Oh, okay.
So they contacted me for a show. And I was like, I'm going to have to speak to my wife.
Yeah.
I said, what is it? He said, well, there's a chance people could be naked in there.
Right.
They're going to be having sex. It's a proper sexy, what do you call it? Like,
you can't be gigging while people are shagging, surely.
Well, after in the break and stuff, they're going to get it on and stuff. And there's a gangbang room there.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, a gangbang room? Yeah. So anyway, I went to have the meeting with them and a chat, and I went and spoke to my wife, and I was like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. They've approached me. And she was like, I said, should I do it or leave it? Because obviously it might be a bit awkward being in a room with tits out and everything. She went, do it, they're paying you. Do it.
It's money at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was like, right. And so I said, I'll do it. And he's like, fair play. Like, you sound like you've got a good wife and everything. So I went there. The gangbang room made me feel physically sick.
Oh, come on.
So I had to walk through it to go to the performance area.
Oh, okay.
So I've had to walk through 38, 40 men, 3 women.
No. Oh, I've had a sheltered life, man.
Mate, I was.
Carl's laughing. Can you hear him
I went.
laughing?
I heard him laugh. I went pale. I shit you not. I felt smelt sweaty balls in there as well. I walked through and I was like, and there's all these dirty old men just stood around. There's 3 women. They're getting rattled by about loads of men. And I'm like, this ain't fucking not. What sort of world are we living in?
Yeah.
And I got on stage on the mic and I was like, really, you lot been downstairs? And the couple, I said, you fucking make me sick, man. What's the matter with you? There's someone's daughters down there.
3 women, man.
And like, they're all round grabbing them and all that.
Oh.
It's really like, I didn't like it at all.
No.
And I thought,
seedy.
I said, this is seedy. That's the word.
Yeah.
And it smelt of balls, man. Like some of them didn't shower before they come, I'm telling you.
Ugh.
And I was like,
Have
that
some
has
pride.
made me feel physically sick. They asked me to go back. I said no.
Yeah. It was a good pay though, like.
Yeah.
Go back for it. Yeah, it's the thing.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's the thing. But I've just, I've got daughters, man.
Yes, you have.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't, you're swingers and like you're meeting up at your mate, a woman's house, for a couple's house, and you're swapping partners. That's your business. By all means, all power to you.
Yeah.
If that's what you like. I couldn't do it personally. I couldn't watch my wife with other people. Simple. I've been into a swingers night before.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I used to distribute some stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to drop some stuff to a house, and there was a swingers party going on.
Right.
And they were all doing it with each other's wives and husbands. Mental to me. Doesn't make sense to me.
It takes all sorts, don't it?
Yeah,
to
but
make love
I
around.
don't judge it.
No,
That's
do
your
what you gotta
choice.
do, man,
but to me, my wife and me, that connection, I couldn't watch her with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
She enjoyed it too much. No, I'm joking, but what?
Yeah. Yeah. What the bit when you just said about adapting to different audiences.
Yeah.
Surely as a comedian, you are who you are. Like I've come to accept at this age now, Mama, you like me or you don't.
Nah, I do in life.
Yeah,
in life, I am who I
okay.
am.
So
You
with
like me.
comedy, you
When
will
I got on
adapt.
stage, I got to be professional. So like I walk in a room and it's like mostly old people over 60.
Right.
I'm going to do different material than I would for an audience of 20-somethings.
Right, okay.
So yeah, I've now got 3 or 4 sets of comedy, and I can interchange them all
Oh,
to
that's a
suit
skill.
the room.
That's a bit of a skill to be able
Yeah,
to do, isn't it?
that's what a lot of people can't do. They've got one set, that's what they do, and I've seen comedians who think they're the fucking dog's bollocks. They've won this little award, I don't know, Midlands Best Newcomers and things like that, but they've only got one set. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they've got to adapt to certain spaces. So they'll go into a pub, which is not the normal comedy club environment. It's a pub in the middle of fucking a council estate, and there's a few rowdy lads in there.
Yeah.
They can't adapt to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or an open mic night somewhere, and it's a bit rough and ready. You've got to be able to adapt and have a bit of banter with the lads.
Yes.
A lot of them can't do that, and I think I've noticed, like, some comedians are really good comedians, and they're going to go a lot further than I ever will.
Yeah.
But that's because they're going to do it in comedy clubs, in that environment. Take them out of that environment. I mean, I've died on my arse a few times. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I've had the worst gigs of my life.
Yeah.
My pal was telling me about earlier, Drew. I'm doing this. Did I mention it? The food banks.
Yeah.
So me and Drew were launching the Midlands Food Bank Group.
Yeah.
We're going to try and put food banks throughout the whole of the Midlands.
Yeah.
But we've got Drew's got a great network of people. I have. He owns the Hangar venue in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Which is a big venue. They do lots of events there. And he had this massive Christmas party.
Right.
We're talking thousands of people. Thousands. Steps. 5.
Yeah.
Blue.
Okay.
I don't know. Who was the people that did Sweet Like Chocolate Boy?
Oh, who was it, Carl? Sweet Like Chocolate? Oh, there's people going to be shouting out listening to
Yeah,
this.
shouting at the podcast. They were there anyway, doing a little DJ set and
Yeah.
singing. This was massive, man. And he went, there's some comedy there for me. I said, it's not really the right environment for comedy, mate. Because it's going to be, everyone's pissed at this big Christmas party.
Yeah.
They're all having Christmas dinners.
Shanks and
Bigfoot. Yes. Right, so that was all going on anyway. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'll come and do it. So I got there. This is like the first time my wife's come out and seen me since my first performance.
Right.
And so I'm telling her how good I am every time I go in from the gig.
no.
Like, yeah. So we get there, in the back room, fucking getting ready. I'm talking like Blue are there, getting ready. 5 or 3 members of 5.
Yeah. I went to see him at a Butlins thing.
Yeah, so I got on stage anyway. And everyone's in fancy dress for Christmas. But this woman just come dressed as the Grinch.
Okay.
So I come on stage and go, what bag's got to do with Christmas? Turns out her son was with her.
Oh, no.
And he was some big meathead dude, man. He
no.
jumped out his seat. He threw a Yorkshire pudding at me. It bounced off my head. Big gravy splat across my head. I'm gutted I didn't just pick it up and start eating it. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
But I just bottled it, man. And he's looking to batter me.
Yeah.
He's coming to try and get me, and I'm like, fuck, security are coming round. My mic wasn't working properly, which didn't fucking help.
No.
So I couldn't. And I took the piss out of him, like telling him about his steroid abuse, wants to calm him down, he's too angry.
Oh, okay, so you've come back with a joke.
Oh, yeah, well, a joke, but he's getting angrier.
Yeah.
And there's a table full of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's after that, I fell apart, to be honest. I was very early in my career, this was. I'd handle it a lot better now. So anyway, I got out of there. As I was leaving, this woman approached me and she said, I was on the next table and you were really good. Sorry for that table. They ruined it.
Oh, okay.
And that made me feel a bit better, but I got in the car and Louise like, you're shit, you are.
Yeah, I wanted to know about dying on your arse and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some other ones, like gone to pubs and stuff, gone in there, and I had one in Wales. I was booked by Kung Fu Pub Comedy. I've had two bad gigs for him. One wasn't a bad gig. I'll tell you about that one after, but this one was really bad. So I've gone down with my mate. We drove down. We're both gigging. My mate's the MC on one of the acts. So I've gone on. I've done my regular set, man. What goes well in most places.
Yeah.
And I did a bit that they hadn't heard before, and it fucking dropped on dead ears, man.
Oh, okay.
But you have a go at the audience in it. But what I do is basically just talk about one thing, and they all laugh, and I go, "You shouldn't laugh at that. That's about this bullying or something." So it's just like, but they just took it wrong anyway. I think they misunderstood it, thick fucks. And I come off stage. My mate who was the MC, my mate who runs the gig, going, "Hey, you shouldn't do it." I said, "That works." No, it wouldn't work anyway. That wouldn't. And then
that's a good friend. That's
yeah,
telling you, know,
yeah,
that's having a bit of an input.
I did it again at a gig he was at, and it fucking slayed. And he was like, "It does work, doesn't it?" I said, "Yeah, I told you. They were just fucking idiots from a village in Wales.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
Fucking morons."
Yeah.
And then the other one wasn't a death, but like the venue owner told the promoter, "Don't ever book him again."
Oh, okay.
And I've got the video of the performance. He said he was terrible, he ruined the gig. So I watched the video back anyway. I've got the video, I put it on my page, apparently I died here, and everyone's like, "You're fucking brilliant."
Okay.
So, I'm a character, I have to do a character as well called Costas from Cyprus.
Right.
So I walk on stage, I'm like, "Hello everybody, it's very nice to be here today in, what's this place called again?" And then I was like, set the piss out of everyone. And I'm talking to some the character he's from Cyprus, he wants an older English woman he can move in with. I'm like, "You're a very pretty woman, how old are you?"
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, I'm only like over 60 years old." "No, you're too skinny too, I want 16 stones, I like a bigger woman, yeah?" And just talking to the audience, I think, I come off stage. I took the piss out of the bar staff though, because they were slow.
Yeah.
So I think that didn't help. And I thought I was brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I thought, fuck it. And you know what? Some women, a group of women were in the audience, they come over to me and went, "Oh, we loved you. It's my birthday party soon. Would you come and do comedy there and stuff?" And I thought, that was fucking lovely, man. So you'll have to book me through the guy who promotes the gig. I can't just it's his gig. Do you know what I mean? I can't just come and take bookings from his gig. His name's Donald Mackle. You can find him online. So anyway, the next day, Donald goes to me, "They've told me never to book you again." I said, "What do you mean? I fucking had audience members approaching me telling me I was brilliant."
Yeah.
"Nah, the manager didn't like you. I said you were rude and that."
Do you know what? This is the thing, isn't it? Like, we can't all like the same shit.
Subjective, isn't it? Like you said earlier. Yeah.
Like, you know, I've got quite a dark humour. You know, I've been, like I said to you earlier, I've worked in the police for 20 years. I've seen some horrible, fucking horrendous shit.
Yeah, of course,
and sometimes
you
use humour to pull you out of that.
Because same with doctors and surgeons and that.
Otherwise, you're fucking rocking in a corner. And I tell you now, some of the deepest, darkest shit that I've seen, you have to have humour to get you out of it. So I think that's probably why I've got a bit of a dark humour.
Yeah.
But not always. You know, I like lots of different comedians and stuff.
I like silly comedians too, but my favourite ones are those ones that push the boundaries a little.
Yes,
but it's like my humour sometimes doesn't hit. I was at Costa the other day. There is other coffee shops available. Yeah. I was in Costa the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, Americano, please. How would you like it, sir? White? I'll have it black. I like it like a lot of my men, black and unsweetened." And the woman looked disgusted. Go down well. Typical middle-aged white woman. Fucking course she was offended.
Okay.
But my friend was with me as a black guy. So I was like, I like it like I like my men, black and unsweetened.
Yeah.
Just implying I'm gay, just for a joke, like.
Went down like a lead balloon.
Oh, she looked fuming with me. I bet she spat in my coffee, to be honest. I reckon. Do you know what I mean?
We can't be.
But like, it's just like it was just a off the cuff remark.
Yeah.
But she was fuming with me, man.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even a bad joke. It's just like, well, maybe she was homophobic. I don't know.
Right, I want to quickly ask you about your solo show. March 25.
March 24th, 2nd of March 2025, not the 25th of March. 2nd of March 2025, the Artrix Theatre, Bromsgrove.
Yeah.
The Journeyman.
The Journeyman. I'll be there.
It's going to be the best show.
Yeah.
In Bromsgrove on that particular night.
I keep getting involved in all this shit now. So, like, as a result,
everyone that comes, you go to. Yeah,
I'm not going to.
You're
all
at Mitchell's gig. You're doing this.
I went to Mitchell's gigs anyway because I'm a big UB40
Yeah,
fan.
I've had him at my venue a few times. He's an amazing performer.
Yeah, and that music speaks to my soul.
Yeah,
there's no two
well,
ways
you
about
mentioned
it.
Pat Battenton earlier.
Yeah,
Do you know Pat and my mum are really good friends?
No way.
Yeah, so my mum used to manage a snooker club for UB40.
Yeah.
Robin Campbell and that down in Selly Oak, and Pat used to come in, and they become friends over the years. And my mum's 40th, he did Baby Come Back on stage.
Oh, fucking dream.
And they're still friends now. On my mum's 60th,
Yeah.
he came as a surprise. He lives in America now. He's a pastor.
My God.
And he came over as a surprise for my mum's birthday. Like, he's such a nice bloke. Yeah.
So yeah, like Jess Barry, who's the pro boxer, hers comes out tomorrow, the 15th of November.
I'll be watching. If you need anything sharing as well, friend up, I'll whack them on my page.
Yeah, I will.
It's a lovely podcast.
It's beautiful.
This one's gone on a bit. You have to edit me out a bit. I've gone on too much.
People can watch it in 2 parts. I've already bought tickets for her fight, which is the 1st of December.
Where's that?
That's at the Holiday Inn at the airport.
At the airport?
Yeah.
I've done the Holiday Inn in Brum. That was Freddie McIntosh years ago, I think.
Oh, yes. Well, it would have been... Tom would have been probably fighting around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being there, to be honest, at the Holiday Inn, Freddie. Yeah. Jess is a Coventry girl.
Okay.
But she's fought. It's one of Tom's shows, to be fair. It's a top boxing promotions thing. John Pegg's her manager and all of that. But it's at the Holiday Inn at the airport. But I've got tickets for that. I've got tickets for yours. I'll go and see Mitchell. So I'm getting all these people on now, and I'm not fucking busy.
You should get free tickets, really, shouldn't you?
I should do. It's all about support.
No, I'm not giving her one.
No, it's all about support, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know what?
Working together, and you'll get loads of fun experiences to talk about in future episodes, no doubt.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It's all about getting people out, educating people about what's going on.
The world's mad,
there's some people at home listening that have never really got their social lives back on track after COVID.
That's why I started the friendship groups. That's why I did those, and the knitting group. And some of the old ladies that come to my knitting group, sounds sad to know I've got a knitting group, but Knit and Natter, they'd never really got back into the community after COVID. Yeah. We're talking women in the 60s and 70s, so there's fear in them.
Yeah.
Now, they're a group, man. I mean, every week there's 10, 11 of them.
Yeah.
And we're doing little projects, as I said. We knit beanie hats for ladies fighting breast cancer, worry teddies for the police and the fire service. We're doing loads of cool projects, blankets for babies in neonatal and stuff.
So they're turning up. They're doing the knitting.
They've got the friendship
they're
groups
having a chat with their mates, having a cup of tea or coffee. Lovely. I love that.
And that is like I initially started it like a while ago now because I wanted to get people out of the houses, and that's why I've done the men's and women's friendship groups. Yeah. I'm going to start a walking group on weekends as well because I'm big into walking now.
Yes.
I'm hitting I'm doing 10k a day, but I want to do it on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I want to get everybody out doing a group walk.
Yeah, good idea.
I think it'll be beneficial. And obviously, you look at me. I'm not fit. I am fat. I'm not fit. So it's not going to be a massive fast pace, but we're going to just get out, everyone walking, fresh air.
Yeah.
Can have a chat. I think that's my plan. But in the spring. It's a bit cold for people at the minute.
Well, do you know what? I'll go out in any weather. I love walking, get the boots on, got the Malverns, got the Clent, got Lickies, whatever. I love it being in nature.
Yeah, Louise loves Clent.
For your mental health.
I always like the footpaths, just go for it on the roads.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we'll meet up near Bromsgrove. There is some nice walking fields and stuff. Fields you can walk across near Cat's Hill.
I'll keep an eye on that because I'll join you on that.
I'll do it probably around March, April when it starts getting a bit warmer because obviously it don't bother me. I go out at 5 a.m. I do when it's cold, but a lot of people are not going to want to do that. So I want to do like a Saturday or Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Let everyone have the breakfast, get up when it's a bit warmer, get out. And I want to make it a big community thing where everyone comes along. And it will not only be for health and well-being, it'll be a social thing for some people because a lot of people haven't got...
And from COVID, there's people who have started coming to my spin classes who actually hadn't really got a social life back from COVID.
Yeah, but
and
so
now just coming to a couple of classes a week. And then there's
100%.
a bit of a social aspect to the spin because I'll create a WhatsApp and I'll say, does anyone want to go for a drink?
Yeah,
Or,
nice,
you know what I mean? And then and people make friends with each other, which is really
That's
nice.
what's good. Yeah, they'll start making friends with
You
each
start
other.
seeing friendships form, which
Well, that's the
you are
thing.
clearly doing and I'm clearly doing, but I didn't realise I was doing it until someone told me that actually you're quite a respected member of the community here because
Yeah.
you're bringing these groups
People together, yeah.
You're actually just facilitating, but I've noticed that there's people that save each other a bike next to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Or,
That's
and then
nice.
like, they might turn up half hour early to
Well,
have a chat.
I split the groups, the friendship groups, to male and female separately.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want blokes turning up thinking they're coming to look for a bird.
Oh, nah.
Not a bird, sorry. I don't mean to use it in effect.
Yeah,
but like, they wanted to come out, oh, good to meet you, dating. Because you get that sometimes with men.
Yeah.
I know, I used to be one.
Yeah.
Right, so like you'll think, oh, there's going to be loads of women there, that friendship group. We'll go along, see if we can pull one. So I've split the groups up to male and female.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a dating night.
No, but we said earlier, I've got a lot of male friends. You've got female friends.
Yeah.
So I get on very well
You
with men.
find there's people who can do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who can't.
Yes, okay.
And they'll actively go into that situation. So you could have 90% of the people there, all there for the right reason, to make friends in a social environment, catch a movie together, grab food, and that's
Coffee,
great.
yeah, nice.
But then there'll be that one
10%,
person,
let the side down.
10%, two people there who, and it could be males or females really, who are actively trying to find something else. And that could ruin the whole dynamic of the group, I think, for me. So eventually I might do a friendship group for everybody where anyone come along.
But then they could pick, couldn't they? They could
Yeah,
go
you can
to the
choose
women,
to
the men's, or the mixed.
So we'll do the 2 individual ones initially. The women's one actually starts next week, and I've got 2 amazing women called Gather and Grow. They've got their own little Gather and Grow. It's a women's group. They do walks and stuff for women.
Okay.
They're doing the women's group for me. The men's group I'm doing, and so we've got those 2 groups running simultaneously. Once we get into the new year, I might look at a whole friendship group for everybody. I had the thing is hard because you've got to cater for everybody. But this young lad messaged me, and he's like just hitting 20, and he said, "What's the average age?" And I was like, "It's mid-40s at the moment, but everyone's welcome." He's like, "Oh no, I don't think it'll suit me," which I understand. I don't want him to come if he's not going to feel comfortable. So now I'm thinking, do I start a young person's friendship group? But I've got to spend
Where'd you stop?
I've got to spend some time with my wife and kids at some time as well.
Like, by the sounds of it, you're never in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the right thought. And I gave up having a pub.
Yes.
Because obviously I had a pub for a long time as well, and I gave up running pubs because I wanted to spend more time with my wife and kids, and I've just started doing something else. And around this, I have to do the odd gig as well and try and be funny.
Yeah.
So it is. I just need to stop.
Yeah, same as me.
And I draw a line under it.
Yeah.
And be a house husband, I'm thinking.
Yeah. But you sound a bit like me where you can't. You need to be active.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I remember though, I had a lot of years just sat in the house, zombified, recovering, watching box sets all day.
Yeah.
That was my life for a long time, and now I'm still crap at lots of things, organisational wise. I need a personal assistant.
Yeah.
I just can't afford one.
Yeah.
But I need a full-time personal assistant because I commit to so much, then I can't do it all.
Yeah.
And I just want to go, oh no, actually, you can't do that, Theo, because you've got this on. Like, madly, for the first time in my life, I put this in properly in my diary when we spoke about it, when you contacted me. And I did it because I'm trying to get better at organising myself. So I put it in my diary and in my calendar on my phone.
I'll use my calendar on my phone.
And then someone messaged me if I can meet them to talk about the potential for some new groups in Bromsgrove. They're organising how I can help them. And they wanted to meet now. And I was like, oh, well, maybe just check my calendar. Oh, actually, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Oh, check me out. I'm busy.
Yeah,
I remember. But he was like, oh, I do need to be more organised. I bought about 10 diaries. And I leave in places every time I go.
Your phone's the best thing,
Your phone's the best because I'll never lose
this.
This is my Facebook and everything.
Yeah, it's got everything on, innit? Right, Spin Justice of the Week. You got one?
Justice. So the thing that I'm about to... Oh! Watch me go. Spin Justice of the Week, right? Bromsgrove Police.
Yeah.
It's a young lad. His mum's... This is how we first got in touch, right? So I'm not like... I've got no allegiance to these people. Well, she put a post on... spotted Bromsgrove or something, moaning about the police not helping her. Her son was attacked and all this. And I was like, oh yeah, what, blah, blah. I'm like, really? The police have done nothing, have they?
Yeah.
And she went, "Do you want to meet for a coffee and I'll show you?" I said, "Yeah, I will," because I've met these police officers in the local Bromsgrove community in the pop-ups I do for the local community.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do the job.
Yeah.
So I've met them personally, and I've got one of the numbers in my phone. So I was
Right.
like, "Yeah, I'll meet you for a coffee," and I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. And I've got contacts at this like Bromsgrove police. I'm sure if I contact them, we can get to the bottom of it, because I don't want you to feel like you're not getting what you need. And I consider myself like a member of the community who can help others now. So I met her for a coffee, and she went over it with me, and I said, "Let me message this police officer I know about it all." So I messaged him. I explained it. He said, "Let me speak to my inspector, Theo. That can't be right.
Okay.
I'll look into it for you, buddy." I said, "Thank you very much. Come back to me when you can." So he's going to get back to me. He come back and was like, so basically this kid is walking down the street.
Yeah.
4 lads attack him and beat him up in the street. There's video camera footage, CCTV footage of it from a local business.
Right.
Okay. She calls the police out, explains what's happened. The inspector that comes offers the kid some self-defense lessons.
Right.
No, investigate the crime. That's what you're here for, mate. So then the police officer that goes, the constable, he says, "I'll go and look for the I'll go and contact this business you said CCTV's facing it." She contacts that officer the next day, says, "Oh, there was no CCTV, sorry." So she goes down to the business to say, "The police have never been here. Here's the CCTV."
Oh God.
So a lie straight away.
Oh,
So
dear.
I've gone, and this is what the police officer come back to me with when I've said, "Oh, they're not happy with it. Can you look into it?" He's come back the next day, spoke to my inspector and the officer thingy. They said there's more to it than they're letting on to you.
Oh, okay. Because there is two
Yeah,
sides. Yeah.
victim blaming though, in my opinion. 'Cause I've seen the footage. The kid gets his head kicked in.
Oh, okay.
Right, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've watched the CCTV.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what else is going on. A crime's committed there. It's your responsibility as the police, surely, to come and investigate that. It doesn't matter if this kid's a little asbo. He's not. He's actually a nice kid. I've met him. But if he was a little asbo, being a prick, he's still got a right to have his crime
Yes,
investigated.
yes.
Right, and that's my view on it.
Yeah.
So they just didn't, and then he just cut me off then. So I thought, fuck you.
Oh,
Like,
is this why you've been banned from commenting on
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
Oh,
like, fuck you, man. So they said they're at a pop up. They're coming down to this place. It's the same place I use where I've run my food bank from. And,
right. Where's that, by the way?
Destination Zone on Bromsgrove High Street.
Okay.
So the owner of Destination Zone was way of business, and he said, "Could you open up for me tomorrow, Theo? The police are coming in to do a surgery." I said, "Oh yes, I can." I
Oh,
want to chat
right.
with them. They didn't turn up,
Oh,
so I went on Facebook. No wonder they're not investigating crimes. They can't even turn up to things they're meant to be at.
right.
So the next day, they had us pop up at a local cafe, 3A in Aston Fields. So I landed up there. No sign again. So I'm like, no, what's going on with our local police? Why can they can't even fucking meet? Look, this is bad. And so now I put this post up, and everyone's going, "Oh, I've had the same. They did this to me." And like, are you not there to police our community? What are you there for? You keep going on in all your social media posts about how great you are as a community policing force, right? And I'm not anti-police in any stretch of the imagination. I came in this to defend the police,
Yeah.
but I've been met with like
Some
ambiguous
resistance.
comments,
Yeah.
and like laziness. They don't want to do the job. So now I'm going, hold on a sec. Someone needs to be held accountable for this. So we need to get to the bottom. This kid's still been assaulted. He doesn't want to leave his house, right? And there's more to it than you think. Please enlighten me. If you don't want to enlighten me, it's none of my business. Go and see the victim and tell them why you're not chasing up on the things that have happened. Tell them you don't want to do it because they may, I don't know, whatever the reason is, but you're not doing your job. And then you're not turning up to public events that you're organising. The police organised 2 events in 2 days and didn't show up. Apparently, then, because I kicked off online, and I was like, and everyone's joining in with me now. It's going wild. But at the second one, it wasn't just me. A local councillor was there waiting for him, and they didn't come.
Right.
So she's commenting too now. And because I do the food banks and stuff, I've got connections with the local MP.
Yes.
So I'm tagging him in everything now.
Right, okay.
And so then the police have put a statement out. Emergencies happened, so the police had to attend them. Come on. Firstly, the PCSO is one of them, so he wasn't attending any emergencies in a rush. And your community police your community officers aren't doing the emergency 999 calls, really, are they? And if that was the case, are you telling me there was no one left in that office? We didn't have one person left in the station that could update your social media to inform the public you'll not be attending the events you've organised for them to attend? Or how big an emergency was it? I've heard nothing since. I've got my ear to the ground on the Bromsgrove community. Nothing major's happened. So let's be realistic. You didn't turn up because people are starting to question your inadequacies as a force.
So your spin justice of the week feeds beautifully into mine, but it's different. But I think communication is key. So we're talking here about a potential lack of communication, right? And that I've just literally, as you were talking, then I was thinking, I had mine in my head for this week, and it's all about communication. Mine is. So I contacted you on Monday.
Yeah. And
today is Thursday. And I would say your communication was A1. Fucking brilliant. You said to me, you even sent, instead of just going away and checking your calendar, you sent me a message saying, let me just check my calendar. So you're even updating me on what you're doing. And not everyone possesses basic communication skills, right? So on Monday, I have people booked in now for this podcast. I'm getting people messaging me that I've never met. People are listening to this. People, and
that's
there's
cool.
lots. Yeah, really cool. And something I've had going on in my head for years and years before I've got it off the ground. And so I've got people booked in, right? So I know now. I've sent Carl a list this morning at like 6 o'clock of people that are booked in now for the next however many weeks, whatever, up to the end of the year. And sometimes we're recording 2 in a day, which is great. But you see, when I reach out to people and say, do you want to come on the podcast? To me, and I've mentioned it before, I'm black and white. There ain't a grey area with me.
Yeah.
It's either a yes or a no, and I'm not offended if it's a no. That's fine. I don't want you to say you're going to come on and then not come on. Or, do you know what I mean? Just say, look, not for me.
No, it's not for me,
Not for me, that's fine, fine. I don't want I'm not going to drag you on. I'd rather just know, yes or a no. And for me, the communication is key. So far, everyone that's been on has been fucking fantastic. As you know, I send a brief out via email, which it breaks down the episode of what we're going to talk about.
You're the first podcast I've been on. I've been on a few. I'm like a serial podcast guest.
Yeah.
That's given me such great info up front. It was really good.
This is the space. There's an information pack and there's a brief on what we're going to talk about. So I need to be able to send that, at least a few days in advance because you're going to need to read it. And you need to start thinking about your spin justice of the week and your shout outs and stuff that obviously forms part of the show. So, and I'm not digging people out here, but but it's pissed me off because this is my time and this is something that's very fucking important to me. So to let me down at short notice and act like it's nothing has fucking pissed me off, I'm going to be honest, because like I say, this is something very close to my heart.
Yeah, you're doing something important here for yourself.
Yeah. So to drop me at like I'm nothing.
Tell me who it was after.
I'll tell you after. But because I don't want to be personal, but communication. If you don't want to do something, that's fine.
But no, something can pop up as well.
Yeah,
but just let me know. And
life gets
be
in the
open.
way. Actually, that time and that date doesn't really work for me. Can we reschedule?
Yeah,
of course we can. That's no problem. But to just go on like it's nothing. Go on like it's this podcast is nothing.
Just cancel a coffee date, not like a podcast.
I've got studio time booked.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's not a coffee. Do you know what I mean? This is important to me. So that is my spin justice of the week. Luckily, and everything happens for a reason, I messaged you because, like I'd said to you, I'd had you in mind, and then I'd looked on Tommy Collins' page and saw that you sponsored him.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking hell, that's weird. I'm going to message him now because that's jogged my memory. Yeah. And then as it happens, we're recording another one today, which again was only booked yesterday. So it's worked out all right.
Worked out right, but still, you could have left you in the shit.
But still, please, don't. And it's not just the podcast; it's spin. People have an idea that I think I want to get fit.
Me.
I want to get fit and I want to make a goal. But then when it comes round, they actually don't want to commit to that goal.
That's me for a long time. Now I'm changing it and actually doing it. That's why I told you about how to be accountable.
Yeah.
The amount of I've joined gyms.
Yes.
I've signed up to programs.
Yeah.
And I never carry through on them. So I get that, the people do that.
Yeah.
I've wasted that many probably thousands of pounds on gym memberships and classes that I've never attended.
But when it's a big gym, they're
Yeah,
they're
yeah, of
laughing at
course.
that, 'cause
They're
they're
loving it,
taking
yeah.
But when it's a small business like I'm running, that's actually my time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it becomes almost personal. You've got to accept that it's going to happen, and I'm not taking it that personal, especially not now because I've got waiting lists.
Yeah, of course.
But in the early days, I might think, oh, and I'd go home and I'd think about it and I'd think, how can I make this better? And what is it? And then it's not you, it's them.
100%.
They can't hold themselves accountable. They can't see their goals
They can't be
through.
responsible for their own actions at their own time.
So please, people, don't waste people's time, because if you're listening to this and you're going to be of one of two sides. You're going to either be that business that doesn't like being let down,
Yeah, or a person
and
with
can really
morals.
resonate with what I'm saying, or you're going to be the let downer, if that's the word.
And if you feel offended in any way by this, you're the letdown, mate. Right, sort yourself out. And it's not just you. I've had comedians booked for shows, right?
Yeah,
Like I've booked them months in advance for a show.
yeah.
The week of the show, Theo, I've been offered a lot more money or a bigger gig. Taking the piss, mate. You're on the fucking poster.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
get a foot grab you.
yeah.
And I get, but I don't say that. I think it. And
But we have to put our professional
and I
heads
say,
on.
I understand, mate. You're about your career, but I think you cheeky bastard.
Yeah.
But then I just don't ever book them again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
it's getting to
they
that
might have
point.
got one gig for 50 quid more that night, but they've lost 6 gigs with me now next year, which would have made them a lot more money.
Yeah, and it's getting to that point with me. Someone will continuously try and book, say, spin spaces.
And never use them.
Can I book in for the month? And it comes round and they don't turn up to any.
Do they pay in advance?
Well, this is the problem, you see. I take the payments on week one. So if they don't turn up on week one and they don't pay,
and you haven't given
I
them
can fill the
space.
spaces. I can fill them. The problem is you ain't booking again. Because
Yeah.
I'm not being fucked about.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not doing this for the fucking fun of it.
Yeah, I'm not coming out my house.
Do you know
for
what I mean?
the
We're
fun
all
of it.
fucking living hand to mouth here. And
Trust
we
me.
ain't doing this just
That's
for
the
our fucking
problem with
health.
me now, though.
Yeah.
I've given up earning a lot of money. I'm promoting. Like I used to have 37 venues I did comedy in. Right, I've cut them right back. I got 3 now.
Yeah.
So I've cut it right back. I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not interested in making money. I know it sounds weird. So I'm interested in helping my community.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
So I've surrendered earning much money now. That's why I've had to give up all the things I used to do and like having nice clothes and
Yeah.
and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy not earning much money. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. But Louise would be like, oh, I like it if I started making like a bit of money because it's a strain on her.
And also, it's nice to have the odd luxuries in life.
Yeah,
you know?
like we do all right still. Like we were in the Maldives on holiday not long ago, and the kids still do nice stuff and that. But it is a bit more. We can't do it in the same way we did it before. But I'm fine with that, and Louise is too. Like, but she works hard. She earns money, but she just wishes it wasn't. It shouldn't be as tight as it is because I've got the potential. I can go and get a job and earn a lot of money if I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've decided I'm basically a volunteer for myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And
fair play,
it's
yeah.
hard to it is difficult sometimes because I've never had to say to my kids, we can't afford that this month, babe. But we're having to do that on occasion now. So it is a change, I think, but it doesn't hurt not to do things.
I grew up being told
Yeah,
that,
listen,
and my kids need to hear it a bit more because
I grew up like it, exactly. So it didn't do me any problems, you know what I
absolutely
mean?
not. And you need to be grounded, man. You need to know
Yeah,
that
you
fucking
need a
money
bit of-
don't grow on trees.
Exactly.
And if you want something, you fucking go and earn it. Because
Yeah.
that's what I've had to do my whole
See,
life.
my like Louise, she's got this thing at work. If she introduces somebody to where she works, she gets a £500 voucher for any
Nice.
shop she wants. So last year, she kept getting these £500 vouchers for Selfridges. So on her birthday, our older daughter Sophia, on her 14th birthday, was in Selfridges buying Marc Jacobs bags,
Yeah.
bloody Ugg boots.
Yeah.
Spent about £1.50 on her birthday. I said, we're setting a dangerous precedent here with this kid.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to be a fashion designer. She's shit on the ball, but we're setting a dangerous precedent. You've got to rein it in a bit as
Especially
a parent.
because we've grown up on council estates, working
Yeah,
class,
with nothing.
and we got nothing. So, yeah, I get what you're saying there.
So we've got to rein it, but like, she's so grateful for everything she does get, and she'll be happy in Primark.
Yeah.
But like Louise, she's really into fashion. So Louise took her to the Gucci Museum in
my God.
no, not Gucci, the Chanel, I think it is, museum in
Right.
France. One of them anyway.
I wouldn't have a clue.
So yeah, Louise took her out there to that. And Maya wanted to see the Eiffel Tower, so she combined the two. Earlier in the year, she just booked it as a little trip for him for a long weekend.
Lovely.
That's the difference. As
Yeah.
a kid, I went to Breen
Yeah,
or
so
Western Supermare.
Weymouth, mate.
these kids have been around the world, mate. I
We
don't know
was
how
in
lucky they are, but it's just normal for them.
We was in 5 of us in a metro with a roof rack.
Yeah, exactly. We used to go and rent. We used to stay in our neighbours' like free birth caravan in Western-super-Mare, and it was a shithole.
But
And
I
they
bet you had some
smoked as
fucking
well.
great memories.
Yeah, and we'd go to Barry Island as well.
Yeah.
And like the memories are great as
Yeah.
kids. Winning, I was a bit of a dancer as a kid, man. I won a dance competition there,
Yeah.
and I also won the fancy dress.
What were you dressed up
I
as?
put it on my posters now. I put a lot, so everyone puts on their posters like Midlands Best Newcomer or KFPC Comedian of the Year 2020. I put 1998 under 12, no 1989 under 10s Pontins fancy dress winner on the poster. People when comedians go, "Have you got any quotes or awards?" I put that on when they phone me for a gig. They go, "You sure?" I say, "Yeah."
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Or I put on the venue owner told me never to book him again. Donald Mackle, KFP.
Yeah.
Because it's just a joke. But like, yeah, I did actually win the fancy talent contest. I won at Pontins.
And the memories, like we just said, like, oh, listen, I've had years where I've took my kids abroad 4 times.
Yeah,
And then I've had times where I ain't been able to take them away.
of course, yeah.
And that's just life. And do you know what I was thinking about this? Next year, we're going to go on holiday and we'll go for 2 weeks if they want, but we're going in a caravan. Because when I grew up, it was the caravan holidays,
The
to
best.
me, that were the fucking best.
We went, like I said, went to the Maldives, right? And we stayed in this luxury water villa for 2 weeks. It was amazing. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then my mum took the kids down to, like, Breen.
Yeah.
Right? And when Sophia went back to school, she had to write a thing, the best thing she did in the summer.
And that's what she wrote
And she wrote about Breen.
Of course she did. Because that's what kids love.
And it's mental. She's with her cousins. They're having fun. They're going out on the night.
Yeah.
Having slush puppies in the clubhouse, watching entertainment.
Yeah.
You don't get that on the broad holidays the same.
No,
and,
you
like,
don't.
And that's what I said to Louise. These holiday camps in the UK are amazing. We've got, like, for kids, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like your Butlins and Havens and all that.
I love a Haven. I love Devon Cliffs, I do.
We went to one. I used to have a mate. I ain't got him anymore. He's moved. He left his wife and moved away. But he had one in Fanny Moor.
Wales.
Wales, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was lovely. And he had like a good caravan.
Yeah.
He let us go and stay there on a couple of occasions. And it was such a cool holiday.
Yeah.
They're really fun. Like,
I'm going to do that next year because I can take the dog as well.
I want a caravan, I do.
Oh,
I'm
I'd
trying
love
to
one.
persuade Louise to get one. Because obviously she holds the purse strings.
I'd love a caravan. Got to have a bit of decking though.
And she's like, yeah, decking
Yeah.
them. She's like, how are we going to go on caravans to a caravan holiday when you work every weekend? You're gigging every weekend or most weekends. You won't be able to come with us. Are you just saying you want to get rid of us for the weekends? Like, no. Or
Yeah, you do want to go. But
I'll get a job as doing the comedy at the holiday camps.
good idea. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'll be a red coat.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Right.
mate was a red coat.
Really?
Yeah.
We've shouted out so many people already, but is there one in particular that you want to give like a special shout out
I want to
to?
give a shout out to Drew Burke. Drew
Okay.
Brunch Brother Burke.
Brunch Brother Burke.
Yeah, he owns a company called Brunch Brothers. So on Facebook, it's Drew Brunch Brothers Burke. But Drew Burke, he's approached me. He's a mate. He's an old mate. And he's helping support me now to launch this new Midlands Food Bank group where we're going to open lots of food banks throughout the Midlands. We're going to start in Birmingham and spread our wings out further around the Midlands and really try to put food banks where they're needed in impoverished or like lower level areas where people are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's the goal now. We've got a meeting tomorrow where we're going to put a plan together.
Yeah.
My problem's always been storage with the food bank stuff, but this guy owns properties, big guns and stuff. So we're really going to try and create a network of food banks, not necessarily us running them all, but give people in the local communities the know-how and ability to open their own food banks and community groups.
Yes.
So that's the plan. We're going to set up little sort of day groups where we help local people support their own communities. So that's the plan. So we're going to be called the Midland Food Bank Group. And Drew's approached me with it and said, I want to work with you, Theo. I love what you're doing. And I've not got much of a business brain. I'm all about just doing.
You're the implementer.
I can do stuff, but
Yeah.
the organisation and all that crap I'm no good at. But he's the opposite. Well, he's good at doing things well, but he's really good at organising as well.
Yeah.
So together, we're hoping we're going to launch this thing over the next few months, and it's going to be big. And we'll hopefully get a presence in all the little areas around the Midlands where everyone can be helping their own community. That's the goal, because no one wants to help people more than the people themselves.
Well, so I'm Northfield based, you're Bromsgrove, so like I'm going to keep my eye on this because that's definitely something I would help with.
Yeah, we're looking at Northfield, and I've got a space there I can use already.
Okay.
Well, what I'll do is I'll just drop Michael and James Kennelly a message because I've got the gym there. They're good pals of mine.
Yeah, okay.
See if I can use that space of just one day a week to drop a food bank at the bottom of it, give out parcels.
Yeah.
So I'll drop Michael a message. Michael and James are good mates, so they'll probably help me out with it. Northfield's on my list. We're going to go like everywhere really.
Brilliant.
And what the idea is to get it in there, get local people volunteering there to run it, and get local businesses supporting it.
Yes.
With donations. That's what I've done in Bromsgrove. I've now created.
And it's worked, yeah.
It works. I want to do it so the volunteers are in place themselves. They're self-managed. It's their thing really. I'm just helping them get the properties, get set up, and I'll help with how to do it. Get insurances because I have to pay for public liability. I'm very lucky because I'm quite well known in the community. There's a local insurance broker in Bromsgrove who pays for my insurances for me.
Good.
But we're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds a year.
Yeah.
So all these people are going to need to worry about all that. But I want to get it all supported by local businesses so we can get the volunteers in place doing the work.
Yeah.
And we can oversee it and make sure they've got the insurances right. And you have to have insurances to have volunteers and everything.
Yeah, of course,
so all that aspect of it, we want to make sure it's working right and be like the parent group. So Drew's approached me on that, and Drew's given me the inspiration to start it and go for it. So I want to give Drew a big shout out.
Yeah,
he's a legend. DJ Berkey, that's his name.
Right.
Old Silk City. He was on the Silk City packs back in the day, and that Berkey
loved a bit of Silk City.
Yeah, so that's how long I've known Drew for. Like he was a DJ. I didn't know him then. I used to listen to his music.
Yeah.
But now, like he's a friend, and we're going to do this together. Like, and he's got a big art and stuff, and he wants to give back to the community.
Good. Yeah.
And so he's approached me because he knows that's what I do, and together we're hopefully this is gonna be another load of stuff I do that I can't keep up with.
Yeah. But right, my shout out is for Mooney Socials. So a friend of mine, she's a social media manager.
What's her name?
Molly Mooney.
I don't know.
And her business is called Mooney Socials.
Okay.
So I'm going to shout that out because, I mean, I'm quite good with my socials. I'm
pretty good.
Yeah, Carl runs one aspect, I run the other aspect, and it works. But if you are running a business or you just need some help with your social media, she's your girl.
I get
Mooney
loads
Socials.
of them social media managers messaging me.
Do you?
Would you like us to manage your page? And I say, this sounds big-headed now, but I kind of feel people know it's not me posting.
Yeah, because you bring a personal aspect to it.
Yeah, because it is about me. It's the Fat Theo page. I'm not a business.
Yeah,
it's just me.
Yeah.
But like, if I got someone else posting, AI posting for me, I'd hope people would know it's not me.
Yeah, and I mean, it's different. Like different businesses probably might think, do you know what? That's what we need. So
yeah,
might
definitely.
Reach out
Like, I've got friends with like car businesses and catering businesses. My mum's got a catering business and stuff, so her social media is terrible. I keep trying to set up a page, and she goes, "I've got." Well, I said, "You haven't. You've got a group, you moron. You need a page."
Yeah.
Oh, what's the difference?
Yeah.
So she needs some help. I should do it for her. Really. Like my mum smashes it on the buffet. She's a machine.
Yeah.
Like she'll do some days. She's doing
Helen.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's done catering for me in the past.
Yeah, probably because Eddie and that. So she
and Nana, my friend.
Oh
Nana.
yeah, she does loads for Nana at Nana. She does all of them at Nana's club. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did a party because obviously I'd have a party up at the sailing club.
Yeah, she does all of the ones at the sailing club.
And I might have just said to Nana, "Oh, do you know any caterers?" She must. I'm
yeah,
sure.
She does all of them for Nana.
Yeah.
Like Nana, I saw Nana the other week. She picked one up from my place for my mum. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've seen Nana recently, but yeah, my mum. She just some days she's got like 7-8 buffets. She's a machine. She's so good at it. Like they're like.
She's sick to death of the sight of vol-au-vents.
She don't do vol-au-vents.
What?
She said they're 80s, man. They're gone. I'm like, no, I love a vol-au-vent. I do.
You love a prawn-filled
I
vol-au-vent.
want to bring back prawn vol-au-vents or egg mayo ones.
Yes.
Bring them back, baby.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I am. I want cheese and pineapple.
Yes.
I want vol-au-vents.
Yeah.
I want
bit of quiche.
You know what I like?
What?
You know, like eggs, like deviled eggs.
Oh yes, yeah,
old school style that is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, man. Quiches.
Bit of quiche.
Yes.
We love a Lorraine.
Stop it, man. I'm getting hungry.
My belly's rumbling. Right, we need to wrap this up. Before we wrap it up, I need to, because basically I'm getting messages now because we're going to be on about episode 8 or something this is. So this ain't going to go out for a few weeks.
Episode 8, but it will be number 1 on the rankings.
Yes. But I'm getting messages now either on the Instagram or people WhatsApping me if they know me. So if you listen to the outro, which basically it's b31spinjustice@gmail.com, if you've got questions, you can Instagram me because I will keep an eye on the Instagram. But if it's getting to the point now where people want to comment and they want to message, which is fantastic because that's what
that's the whole point, to
brilliant.
spark conversation.
So if you've got a shout out that you want to shout out, email in, message into the Instagram Spin Justice. Or if you've got a comment on something or whatever, send a message in because it's getting to the point now. Sorry, Carl, you're telling me to look at this camera. Carl's pointing at the camera. So it's getting to the point now where it's building up a bit of traction, like you say. Sorry, pointing at the camera. So yeah, B31 spinjustice@gmail.com or Spin Justice on the Instagram because that's where I will answer things. So yeah, nice one. Thanks. So yeah, really, really good conversation. I really enjoyed that.
I hope I didn't go on too much. I can't help it sometimes. It's part of the brain.
Man?
Look, I've got a card and everything.
I saw it, yeah.
It's my get out of jail free card.
Yeah, love it. Right, thanks, Carl. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, get in touch at b31spinjustice@gmail.com or via Instagram @spinjustice.